and so I have all those
Oh,
logs of that.
Oh,
I do.
nice.
Yeah, I have all my Google chats still. Those
Oh yeah.
because those automatically.
So yeah, it's like everything's on AIM and then GChat, and then now it's all fallen into Discord, and I'm like, that's great, but
But when Discord disappears,
yeah,
gonna be,
exactly.
that's gonna be a problem.
Oh, Brindlewood Bay,
Oh no.
Although I haven't decided if
the crossover everyone asked for.
Oh,
So I can't
will
decide
change
if
my
saving
background.
old conversations is good or bad because I definitely have tortured myself with them. Like, let's go look at ex-girlfriend conversations.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't need to do that.
they no longer exist.
It's
It's
for
mostly, like,
me. It's
marital
definitely good
conversations
because
of, like, Did we ever talk about blah? It's like search. Okay, there it is. 2015.
I have to keep them to prevent gaslighting from happening. From
Oh, no.
So it's like, that didn't really? Oh no, that really did happen. Okay, good.
It's funny
good.
because I'm so used to documenting my entire life on social media and my website and stuff
Oh yeah.
that I forget that I wasn't on Facebook before whatever it was 2009. I don't remember
Whatever
when I got
it was,
on
yeah.
Facebook. And so like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want to go. Let me search posts for that thing. I'm like, oh, that was before Facebook. It's not gonna be on there.
Don't worry.
Well,
Facebook
like
search is so bad, you probably wouldn't.
Even if it was, you wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
find it.
Well, like the other day, someone was doing an article about vasectomies and stuff going on, especially in the current climate and all that.
Yeah.
And someone had referred me to him and said if I want to talk to him. I said, yeah, I'll totally talk about my vasectomy and all that. And so she sent me an email with like all these questions and stuff, and I sent her back all the stuff. And like I wanted to look up, I couldn't remember exactly. I was like, I got it in 2012. I wanted to find, and much to my surprise, I can't find any evidence online. I guess I never
Oh.
posted about it. I don't have any posts about it. There's nothing on my blog about
Government
it.
doesn't want anybody to know.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, how did I not post about I post about fucking everything. How did I not post about getting a vasectomy? So I was like, oh well, she'll just have to deal with it was 2020. It was 2012. Can't tell you exactly
It was
when.
a while
somewhere
ago.
in there.
Let's see.
Somewhere in that year.
Snippy. December 2012 is when I got mine.
Is yours called Snippy Snippy on your Google Calendar?
No, that was the email I sent to Heiberg and Apthorpe for recommendations.
Hey, we're close. We're almost vasectomy buddies. I'm somewhere in that vicinity.
Vasectomy buddies.
Vasectomy buddies. Got the snip.
Oh yeah, I guess my my 10-year anniversary is coming up.
Aww.
We should have a 10-year vasectomy party.
Yeah,
We should.
Get a cake.
ice cream cake. It looks like you're having a vasectomy.
Snippy Clippy. Oh no, everyone's nightmare.
Let's see, where were we? Oh, we were just going into the day phase, weren't we? That's right.
Is that what we were doing? I don't remember.
Yeah. We just finished up the big old party in the park with the coven.
Oh yeah, my arm's withered.
You got withered some. Probably have some lingering effects from that.
We fixed it. We fixed it with a salve.
I use Gareth's
Yeah.
cream, and I'm all better. You could be all better too with
Right.
Gareth's Everwater cream.
So we still have some active threats going just in
Boo.
case.
No, we can
That
ignore
seems
those.
unlikely.
Yeah, you probably can.
That's not like us.
Let's
but
take
just
a
for-
vacation.
yeah. Beach episode.
To Brindlewood Bay.
Yes, let's
I've
go.
heard America's fun.
Oh yes, the
All right.
crossover, the Brindlewood Bay and Victorian era.
I feel like
Bay
maybe I'll
campaign.
immigrate.
Hello, everybody. We're having the Great Victorian Cook-Off today.
I've heard of this new lovely little place called Brindlewood Bay.
Whose
Over in
dad
the
is overboard?
colonies. Yeah, I ran Brindlewood for a bunch of new players on yesterday, I guess. We did that overboard, and it was super fun.
Cool.
They all had a really good time. I bumped it down to 4 complexity, and yeah, they were like, they had a bunch of great theories about who did it. They saw hallucinated a dog running around the ship.
I read about that.
And it ended up with Amanda, the wife, holding everyone at gunpoint at the end, and they rolled
Typical
to get
Amanda.
out of that. And Andrew, the butler, just like reached into his pocket and dropped all the bullets on the floor. It was like, It's over, Amanda.
wow.
I think we find out about Brindlewood Bay when one of Paloma's little henchmen brings her something they dug up from the graveyard and it's a Brindlewood Yay shirt.
Brindle, woo!
What's that? Oh, it's better. This new vacation destination.
Cool. I'm going to recap the threats. Here we go.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Ah.
Threat number 1, Sally No Face.
Oh
we
yeah,
have-
we've done so much with.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
went-
think it's real. It's a hoax.
I went ahead and put the summary of the threats in the sheet, which we didn't have,
Oh,
and
nice.
also populated the London tab with every NPC met.
boy.
So
Oh,
everyone
Oh,
is
look
no.
there.
That list.
But our and the ones that are struck out are
Dead.
Yes.
Supposedly.
Sally's opportunities are complexity 4, where's the killer hiding? Complexity 6, how is the killer choosing their victims? And complexity 8, what is the true identity of the killer and what drove them to this madness? In increasing levels of kill the killer or sympathize with them.
Friendship.
And we have no clues for that so far.
Clues are overrated.
What do
and
the
I
emojis
have
mean? Why
a
are there
little
little
clock.
picture frames by people?
Guess what the picture frames mean?
Is there a threat?
Where's that at?
Are there
Oh, you're on the character thingy.
Yeah.
It means that there's
Oh,
a
that
picture
they're-
of them somewhere.
I think I missed the picture for one of them, but I can't remember who it was. What do these people have in common? Do, 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 do.
Would it
they
help if I
are
remembered
all
who they
part
were?
of Dorian Gray's stuff. Francis Quinn.
Yeah. They're all
They're thralls. Got it.
BOF. Buddies
Oh,
and friends.
nice.
What page are we looking at with all the
On
characters?
the
London,
London
tab.
I'm going to change the name of that tab to
Thank you.
People who are
people,
People.
and
Bloody people.
people and places. There we go. Yeah, I have 3 thralls on there. I think there is at least one more.
Oh yeah, there's a
Because-
listing on the notes page
Ah, excellent.
or pictures. I think pictures page. Thralls. There are 4 thralls listed on the pictures page.
yeah, nice.
Irma's the thrall I forgot.
Oh yeah, Irma.
Not the most.
Y'all,
useful.
I bumped my reason up to 3, so
Oh shit.
here we go.
Where's Irma? Irma Thicket, the St. James Place cook.
Hunters.
And Pythagoras, a very good boy.
Oh,
Threat number 2 is the Limehouse Lurker, our vampire friend. We already solved, answered the first question, is the vampire young or old? It is young. Relatively young for vampire. And
the
there's one
littlest
complexity 4 question left. If it is young, what was the child's home life like before they were turned?
He was in a boy band.
I think we had something about like it was a
it's like a factory boy.
child of a gravedigger. Was
Oh,
that
that's
the-
right. We had
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had talked about that.
And we have 4 clues and they've all been used, so no active clues there. Next thread is the Coven. The only question is complexity 6. When and where will the final step of the grand ritual take place? We have 3 clues for that, so well on our way. Only 1 night into the 6 count clock. And we can go to morning phase.
Okay, I think we should challenge ourselves to touch every threat today.
All right, let's do it. Split
Or
up.
vice
Everyone go
versa.
touch a
At
thread.
the party.
Threat touching party.
Or do a lot
Or
of
is it like-
research from Hargrave House.
Yeah, like a relay race of
We,
books.
yeah, it's true. I mean, we could research all 3 or however many things.
Did
At
anyone
once.
get the most beloved from putting on a mask yet?
I don't
Not yet,
think
no.
so.
Because
Okay.
I remember seeing references to it and thinking it sounded neat, but
Yeah. I think
never encountered it.
Francis is going to be ours
Probably.
today.
Oh no.
I think we've gone pretty hard on like the timeline. I'm gonna say like after the park, we probably had a little bit of relaxation. A couple days have passed just so folks can get some sleep and recuperate and unwither themselves a little bit.
Where is Most Beloved? Just
Most Beloved is activated by one of the masks. By the Gilded Door. No one has taken it yet.
by one of our. I didn't know if it was like a threat mask or one of our regular masks.
No. Oh, and there are two. I think there's one mask available on the threats right now, and that is the mask of beauty. Is that right? Yes.
Ooh.
We already
That
used the
sounds
mask
like
of the
Francis
sun.
too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That sounds like Francis.
Anyone can use it.
Except
but Francis
will.
Could be us because we want to be more like Francis.
That's true.
true.
Everyone wants to be like Francis.
Oh well, you know.
Yeah.
but
Oh, the
one of these mornings, along with the usual newspapers and letters and whatnot,
Oh, no.
there's a little package addressed to Francis.
Oh yay.
It's from the Fig with 2 G's family, and they have sent you one of their famous Fig's pigs, a meat pie with a little pig stamped on the crust.
How delightful!
This is
you enjoy-
horrifying.
You enjoyed the first few bites before realizing it contained human meat.
How does he know that? How does
yeah,
he know that?
Francis,
Wait, well, that means Francis has eaten human meat before, knows its taste well enough to discern.
the question is, Francis, what gave it away?
Oh, there you go.
Oh no.
We're too fast. We're too quick on the draw.
I bet I was involved.
Now I think what happens is Francis consumes it and then is struck with a vision of the dying moments of the person that was put into the pie.
Nice.
It's just kind of like the walls fall away and he sees like no details that are useful, but just the knife coming down on someone and
Nice.
blinks a few times and knows with like dreamlike certainty that it was because he ate some of the flesh of that person.
Nice. So you called Scotland Yard and Mr. Fig was arrested.
Damn right he was.
Crazy.
Oh,
His
Another
wife-
thrall somewhere in Scotland
His
Yard.
wife and 2 sons, however, managed to escape capture. Mr. Fig is being held at Bethlehem Royal Hospital. He won't tell the inspectors anything about where his family might be, though he has been singing a little song about them. Sing a song of 3 figs, the apples of my eye, snatch a bunch of long pigs and bake them into pies. First comes little Patrick, about on paw or hoof. He thinks he's an animal and has since troubled youth. It kind of rhymes. Obert the Blade has fine taste, more than most I know. It has to be the right pig, see, the meat must be just so. My love, La Bella Hortensia, the gravy to my crust, to hold that which she loved and lost, she'll do what she must. Sing a song of 3 figs, their names you now all know. You'll see them down old London town, and in the sack you'll go. So amazingly, Scotland Yard has asked for Hargrave House's help in capturing the figs.
sounds like a
unusual
straight
because
up just
they're
murder, not supernatural.
Well, yeah,
Is Scotland Yard just getting lazy?
they're busy too, I think.
Outsourcing.
They were
wanna
upset at us for causing problems.
Yeah.
But now
But
that
But
there's
now
a
they want our help.
conflict situation.
Now that
Scotland
people are
Yard wants
eating
to
people.
Scotland Yard wants to keep the investigation of the Figs Pie Shop in Shoreditch fairly quiet without official
In the
police
news.
presence, so as not
Oh yeah, because
to,
we don't draw news.
so as not to set off a pie hysteria throughout the city.
Oh God, I remember
Not
the last
another
pie
one.
hysteria.
You have come to the conclusion that Mr. Fig's song is a guide for how to find the other figs. It has helped you form some questions, the answers to which will lead to their capture. So we have 3 questions available. They are all complexity 2.
Oh.
Trying to
Number
lure
1.
us away from the other ones.
Yeah, this don't get
What ki-
distracted.
What kind of animal does Patrick Fig think he is? You lure the animal out in the open and capture or destroy him. What kind of victim does Obert Fig prefer? And then you lure Obert Fig to you and find or capture, destroy him. And then what did La Hortensia Fig lose that she's trying to recapture or remember? Find her and then capture or destroy her. All 3 figs must be captured or destroyed for the threat to be considered resolved. And there is a mask available, the mask of the pig.
Mask.
I feel like Paloma should bring them stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely rhyme things properly. I'm gonna drop. Man, this is long. I'm gonna drop
Does
it
Francis
in.
finish the pie?
I think it's one of those where he ate the whole thing before it making it even worse.
He's like, I've got a belly full of people.
Oh, who are you gonna eat next, Francis? Gareth, stay away from him.
Oh, it was an accident.
Ooh,
I hope he doesn't get a taste for it.
It was fine.
You ate both pies.
Two. You could have stopped your one.
I was hungry.
He didn't even offer us any. Not that I mean, I'm glad now, in hindsight.
I would have known. I've tasted people before.
I know. I think that flies right over.
What
Francis.
good scientist hasn't tasted people?
It's like an archaeologist having to lick the bones.
Yeah, you gotta lick to see if it's real people or not. Could be pig. I've been sold fake parts before, I'll have you know. Harley's predecessor once tried to bring me a possum carcass.
You had to learn how to authenticate them.
Taste very different.
Oh God.
Yeah, we're never gonna leave this spot. That we're just gonna hang out at the table all morning, solve no crimes.
Paloma calls licking severed limbs the authentication process.
Yep, there we are. Now that's canon. Can't take it back.
Nope. Pigs.
Pigs, pigs.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Right. Questions and complexities are in there.
We got 3 threats and 3 hunters.
4 threats.
And
Whoa. Oh
And the
yeah.
pig.
What?
4 threats. The coven.
Oh, I forgot about the coven.
That's more of a Garrett.
They're just
thing.
so overwhelming that I haven't considered them a thing that I can handle.
Yeah, just because they're gonna undo everything we ever
We're
did.
gonna
and
undo
all our
everything we've done.
predecessors. Yeah,
No
it's fine.
problem.
But they would undo all of my mistakes. And that is the hope that I see.
I'm just a dog sitting in a flaming house. It's fine.
My wife would be back.
All fine.
Child would be back. Maybe.
It was Hargrave House responsible for your wife disappearing?
Seems like that's what you're
Oh,
saying.
they're not just gonna turn back time. They're just gonna only undo what Hargrave.
Yeah,
has
they're
done?
just
Everything
undoing
else
the
is
Hargrave
the
House.
same.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were getting like free ride back in time.
Oh no. This is a Friday the 13th the
Do
series
it
situation.
all over again.
Yeah. Or
Please
all,
go
all
on.
the cursed art of Friday the 13th the series.
I understand the idea. I have not seen the series, so
Okay. Rewind.
That's not the one with
Friday the
dreams.
13th Friday the 13th series has nothing to do with Friday the 13th the movies. It was
Why would you
late
think it
80s
would?
started starring
Fools.
basically proto Fox and Mulder, like years before X-File happened. A nerdy guy and a cute redhead
I'm listening.
who are related, so there's no tension there much. But
no
they
intentional
No appropriate tension.
yeah, their uncle sold his soul to the devil, and he was an antique
Uncles.
dealer, and all of the antiques in his store that he sold had some sort of evil magical properties. I think the
Oh,
first
sure.
episode was there was a compact that made someone look pretty, but they stole the looks from some other people, like faces melted or whatever. So the devil came to collect, took the uncle's soul, and then the nephew and niece had to took possession of the store, which was empty because all of the artifacts were gone, but there was a ledger with all of the artifacts in it. So every episode they went and found another evil artifact cursed thing and brought it back and put it back in the vault. And the first episode I think was when the vault was open and everything flew out or whatever. So that kind of situation. Which we're already kind of in, I guess, only without the first part. we're in the filling the vault part now.
Cool.
Anyway, worth watching a couple episodes. I think it's very entertaining.
Seems like a solid concept.
Yeah.
Cool. The day is yours. any thoughts about what you have? A lot of things you can do.
Let's see what I'm trying to get up to today.
Yeah. What are your
Since
your
it was
strong
recently Mother's
questions?
Day, I was thinking about talking to my child. Dismissing the possibility of the supernatural. Okay, got it.
Oh, is the mother still exhausted?
Yes, I'm exhausted.
Mhm,
Okay.
Even if you sleep in?
mhm. Yeah, this is a chronic condition.
Okay.
Maybe I could get rid of my exhaustion by watching people have
It's probably exacerbated by the hex. as
opium
well.
might help.
The absinthe.
Absinthe, opium.
You have to be a regular. Ah.
Well, I think, I mean, I know one thing I want to do. I don't even know exactly why, but I feel like Gareth, he's very shaken up by this coven thing. And I
Yeah.
feel like
Should
he
be.
wants to do a little ritual and have a conversation with Ava.
Mm,
See how
Okay.
Ava's doing.
Oh yeah, Ava would know some stuff.
If she could provide any insights into his. He feels a strange
Yeah.
kinship with Ava.
Um,
But she's
I don't
not
think-
human, so he's not going to try and have sex with her this time.
Yeah, and I
Oh.
don't think you even need a ritual for that. She just kind of hangs out sometimes. Why don't we make a
I just imagine
do it.
Francis like always asking Gareth, is she in this chair before sitting in the chair? You don't want
Is
to
she
sit
here?
on her.
Is
She's
she
not
there?
invisible, Francis. She just hasn't shown herself to you.
Okay. Gently sits.
Yeah, I think this is just going to be a day move with sensitivity. So
Also, just for narrative purposes, like,
Yeah.
are we as characters aware of the coven's, the result of the coven? Like, do we know if they complete the ritual what it's going to do? The whole undoing of the history of Hargrave House and all that shit.
I'm going to say that you probably understand that because maybe that was, I mean, not to fill in backstory, but maybe that has been their goal all along. But we haven't unlocked those masks for you, so we don't know. But yeah, I'm
I
going to
didn't
say
know
that
it.
at least you know it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So I'm sorry, you said just a day move? Is that what you said?
Yeah, let's do it. Just do a day move. What are you afraid that's going to happen if she doesn't show up or isn't interested in talking?
Since she is in the spiritual realm, which is, it's like the Force in a way, it's kind of all connected. I'm worried that the coven might be able to sense me poking around, asking about him.
Yeah, and I think just for flavor, like in the last couple days, you've been kind of regrouping. It feels like almost an absence. I think not absence. Like you haven't really felt the presence of the coven as if they are intentionally masking themselves after your rash foray into the park.
Oh yeah, I forgot we followed you in.
In chat,
Charged.
our friend Amanda says, "Have you tried throwing the coven off of a cliff?"
Ah, good idea.
It's our-
man.
It's our patented move.
I need
Yes.
to get on
That's
this
well,
bed.
there we go.
Amanda's
We've just
there.
solved every threat. Throw the coven off a cliff. We find the 3 figs
Cliff.
and lure them off a cliff. Sally No Face off the cliff.
Off the cliff.
Yeah,
Limehouse
last time we
lurker.
tried to make a friend, he had his mommy come pick him up and take him home.
That's right. She was a sea monster.
All threats
Whoa.
off the cliff.
The Omega Cliffs.
Or off a cliff. Doesn't have to be the cliff.
No, the Omega Cliffs are not.
Cool. So sensitivity roll +3.
I'll do that. I will gladly roll with my sensitivity. I'm so sensitive. Hey, that's not
That's
too
an
shabby.
11. That's pretty good. Great. You do the thing with no problem. Where are you when you in the house when you're trying to
For
talk
some
with
reason,
Ava?
I can't even tell you why. I just felt like I was in my bedroom.
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
to
That's
be
where she
where we
showed
can
up the last time, right?
Maybe that's why I thought that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Once you open yourself up to her, she just kind of like walks through the door, like literally through the door, and gives herself a little brush down as if she was wiping ghost dust off of her, and takes a seat at your. You had a chair and like a dressing table or a desk or
Yeah, I
something.
think I've probably got like a little personal writing desk in there.
Yeah, so she sits down there, and just looks at you expectantly. She seems a little bit more, I don't want to say focused, but like she has lost some of her like dreamy "where am I" kind of state. She's like, "Oh, hey, I'm here, and I'm here to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?"
It's always soothing to my soul to see you, Ava. There's a kinship I feel with you that's very calming.
As you, Gareth, this has been a nice ritual, so to speak, that we've developed. So our little chats.
Then you can probably feel the great tumult and maelstrom going on within my soul. I find myself not knowing where to go next, how to proceed. I'm worried about everything, frankly. There's the biggest threat we've ever faced in London.
Vampire?
No, witches. A coven of witches. And it affects you as well, since obviously I've taken measures to make your existence here more peaceful.
Yes, I do appreciate it.
Yeah, I have a feeling if this coven has their way, all our hard work, it will be undone. And this place will become more dark and chaotic than ever without my protection. I don't even know if I'll be here anymore. Do you have any insight into this, Ava? I just don't even know where to look, where to investigate. I find my mind just constantly swirling and I can't stop it and focus enough to even choose a path to walk down.
What in this world concerns you the most closely, aside from your other problem?
How do you mean?
What is, if there was a thing that you were told not to pursue, what would you be the most affronted by?
I can't focus on anything but the coven. I feel like it's the utmost urgency because nothing else even matters if they have their way. So even though there's so many threats looming at our door, it seems like helping them means nothing if we can't find some way to defeat this coven.
You've defeated every other threat you've come up against, except for the ones that are currently in process. I don't see why this one would be any different.
Well, I mean, technically, we kind of botched that whole camera. Yes, that one's a little bit of a black mark on our grave house.
Seems that there's greater.
Who could have seen that coming?
Greater forces at work in that case.
Those of us with fortune-telling abilities, maybe.
And since you talk about the greatest threat that you faced, I think perhaps the thing that you mentioned is not the greatest, but the one that took the camera from you.
I just feel we're split in so many directions. How can we keep all these plates spinning? How can we help everyone? The tide is going to overwhelm us. We can't keep up with the rate of the darkness encroaching. It's kind of the story of my life.
How do you hold the spirits back?
It seems harder every day, and as I feel myself growing more weary and tired, I worry about that journey as well. If my strength wavers for a moment, I could be completely consumed. I'm tired,
And
Ava.
how do you apply that to the situation? Do you require rest? Do you require someone uninvolved to listen to your troubles?
Yes,
You
perhaps
have
someone with a more clear perspective. Maybe that's why I came to you. I feel like you have a unique perspective, and it's intertwined with us, but yet also somewhat removed. So perhaps you have a clearer view of the overhead picture than we do. You
It
seem to be
feels like
just the
this
right
is-
amount of involved
Yeah,
and removed.
it feels like this is an information move.
Yeah.
What are you trying to collect information on? Or which threat, I guess, would you prefer to look for?
I think I'm definitely hoping that somehow, I'm not even sure how, but I'm hoping she has some insight, basically a witch clue, a coven clue, to
Yeah.
put it, meta-ly.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, and this is going to be sensitivity. I'm going to need you to roll with disadvantage, though.
I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday.
I'm just going to need you to go ahead and roll with disadvantage this weekend.
What if I use my chime to help center myself?
Oh, that would eliminate both the chime and the disadvantage.
Well, then, let's do that. Use it. You smoke them if you got them. So yes, I feel like meditate with me, Ava. I think it will help. This chime brings me peace. I hope it's attuned to a frequency pleasant to you in your realm as well. Ding, ding, ding. This is sensitivity again?
Yes. Talking to a
Close our
ghost.
eyes. We hold ghost hands, and what happens? Hey, 9. I'll take it.
9, not bad. Yeah. Yeah, well, this is good. Yeah. So you are, tell me what it looks like when you're using the chime to focus yourselves.
Our eyes, and I ring the chime at like regular intervals until you can like feel the resonance of that frequency. And if you do it at a certain rhythm, you actually start to feel the waves.
Yeah,
The
I think as you're doing that, Ava starts to seems to become more solid and tangible to you.
And we have sex. No, okay.
No.
And you feel itching feeling on your forearms.
Ooh, like some salve.
You see emerging on your forearms. If you put them together, it appears to be some sort of tattoo of some sort of map is emerging, an ancient map, maybe of London. It's hard to tell because nothing is labeled or anything. It's just a network of.
Who's the cartographer?
streets.
God damn it!
You are now.
What projection is this?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Okay.
There goes our hour, everybody. Thank you for joining our stream.
Dimaxian. It's not a Dimaxian projection. Bucky Fuller wasn't born yet.
There's gotta be a lot of weird projection issues of trying to like get the curvature of the earth
Onto a
forearm.
I mean, it's exactly a Mercator projection, right? 'Cause
That's
it's
not
Yeah,
the
it's
size
just-
of the Thames.
yeah, it's just like someone drew a map on a paper and then like licked your arm and slapped it on it. So-
Oh, like a get in the club with a stamp licking
Yeah.
stick.
Exactly. Yeah.
The old temporary tattoos.
Yeah. And so yeah, as this goes, like she is this is appearing as Ava is kind of naming streets, starting with where Hargrave House is, and just like the names of streets expanding out across the neighborhood, and the map begins showing up there. And as that's happening, you notice that the rest, your room is beginning to look more faded and insubstantial. And you are going to take the condition ghostly. Ghostly is good. So she has kind of pulled you into Ghost World while doing this, and it's kind of stuck a little bit.
Oh no.
But you got your clue.
Which is the map?
The map, yeah. Yeah, and like when she's done, she like kind of like sits back in the chair, and you can actually see her breathing, see her dripping sweat, and like you can smell her like almost like perspiring.
You need to throw her off a cliff.
Because you've
kind
of synchronized your vibrations with her more than the real world. So you're insubstantial. I think I'm going to call it that. But,
thank you, Ava. I already feel more at peace. This will help, and I will not give up the fight until as long as I have an ounce of strength left in me. We shall continue the battle.
She takes your hands and says, "I know there are many dangers facing you, but you're not alone."
And neither are you.
And I think she sort of excuses herself and walks through the door again, as she is, as is her custom. You still seem solid, but the rest of the house seems a bit insubstantial to you.
Everything's a little crazy, a little wibbly wobbly.
Francis, Paloma, or let's go with Paloma. What's Paloma doing?
I think Paloma's talking to her kid.
Yeah. Down in the laboratory.
Kind of shaken from last night's events, seeing a supposedly living child that was then a witch that then shriveled my arms because I showed it the least amount of care.
Oh man.
That's what I get for mothering.
So you have.
I think Paloma is just kind of, what pieces of the child do I have?
Hair, eyes, torso, arms, feet, and blood.
Okay, no head yet, but we got hair. So I think Paloma's like holding the hair and stroking it.
Oh wow.
Does she taste it?
I already know it's human, so this is not possum this time.
Does she ever so slightly subconsciously turn away from Francis?
Not for you.
Not a snack, Francis. She just smell it, and it's like you would smell a child's hair without flinching with the decay. And it's like, don't worry, dear one. I'll protect you. I may never know what happened to you, and I may never know what quite happened to that child last night. But I will go until my dying breath, and perhaps even after, making sure you are safe.
Do you call this Lucy, or have you given it another name?
This is Lucy. Yeah.
Okay.
I consider it the same child.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Better Lucy.
I'm bringing Lucy, but better Lucy. Yeah, this is bringing Lucy back.
Lucy 2.0.
Sweet Lucy. And then I start singing a lullaby. This is a great
lines.
time for any of the other two to walk in. If they...
Oh, I'm figuring this is when. Yeah. I know Francis would like to come in and invite her out to the opium den to look for clues.
Yeah.
Only like metagaming, figuring that's a chance for you to do voyeuring.
Yeah, and I'm a regular, so I guess I'm kind of drawn to it.
Yeah.
And voyeuring would be quite good. Yeah, yeah.
So Francis, do you walk in while she's doing that?
I'd like to think he walks in right at the trailing notes of the lullaby.
What is your impression of what's going on here? How does Frances feel about her and her creepy half-made child and her
Does
singing to it?
Francis know about that creepy half-made child prior to this?
I think everyone does. Yeah.
I think we
Okay, so-
established previously that y'all were pretty chill.
Yeah. Honestly, I think at this point, Francis feels like he's overstepped his bounds, and he just kind of gently clears his throat and steps back out of the door he came in, and waits a suitable pause, and then gently knocks.
Yeah. Paloma kisses the hair and places it gingerly back on the operating table. I'll be back with more of you. But until then, mommy has to protect you. And then joins Francis.
Oh yeah, and I think
Off to Jenny's!
exactly.
Yeah, I think I have a problem, but I will deal with it later. Gareth we all have our own problems, and I will deal with that one. It is minor compared to these other things, but I would like some of what we had last time.
And the mystery awaits no man, which doesn't make sense. But
Yes, exactly.
now I thought we could have another look at the clientele and see if that tells us anything about what happened with the Limehouse. What is it? The Limehouse killer?
Limehouse
We can look at
lurker.
we can look at all their necks and see which of them have been canoodling with the vampire.
All of this.
Oh,
there
perhaps
are
you
also
should
a
check
few
out
other.
that new cult, the Vampire Canoodlers.
There's a few other locations also associated with this too from the other victims.
Mark keeps trying to make us go to new
Um,
places.
I'm just letting you know.
Just so you
There
know,
are more
London's kind of
opportunities if you
big.
want that.
Yeah, but where's Jenny? Is Jenny
there's-
in those places? No.
No,
I'm going to
Jenny's
see
there. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't have to do
Opium den.
romance this time. I choose to.
That's a
All
good
right.
point. It's good. I need to check my questions. What do I need to do?
Oh yeah, I'm kind of doomed on.
Oh, what does Francis need to do? How can I help? I need to
Let
look at your
someone
questions,
touch
too.
him and make them pay the price.
Oh, yes.
Or
Oh, we
sure,
could do that at the
nice.
den. All right. Vulnerable side, and then
So Mark, you were gently suggesting that we go to one of the other locations with one of
Oh
the
no. I'm just letting you know that they are available because I think I've done a substandard job of
Oh.
making sure that
I would like to hear the options. I was just joking.
No, that's cool. Regents Canal. Okay, I put them in the locations tab.
Oh,
And the people and places.
I have to go
so
find them.
There's the Opium Den. There's the Limehouse School, which is a workhouse, basically where one of the bodies was found behind. The Dog and Whistle, where
one of those people worked. Or...
the Dog and Whistle is near the canal dock, and that's where the sailor Zhao was found.
And what
Yeah,
we're trying to do is gather information about the child's background right now.
Yeah. So if it is young, what was the child's home life like before they were turned?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, maybe we should visit Harley too. We might know something
yeah.
about.
Hmm.
Maybe we saw some. Well, I guess we don't see the child.
Oh,
Trying to
okay.
figure out how we might, like, if we saw dirt under the nails or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
you
the
haven't
child-
actually seen it yet. Yeah.
We haven't seen it, so I can't
Yeah.
make that up.
Was the child at the Limehouse school?
I mean, at least briefly, right?
Maybe he
Well-
ran away to join the Gravediggers, like one runs away to join the
Oh.
circus.
Ooh.
From the
Oh.
Lighthouse School.
Yeah, so we could go to the Limehouse school instead of the Opium Den and observe people there.
It's
Or
stop
we could
by
go
the
to the
Opium
Opium
Den, get high, then go to Lighthouse School.
Okay, compromise.
Confident.
I'm really up for either. I'm not super.
I'm happy for y'all to go to the Opium Den because it's
Now I don't want to go because Mark is too excited about it.
No.
What have you done
Maybe you
to
should go to
Ginny?
Maybe we should go to a different opium den. Let's just fill up locations with various opium dens.
How many opium dens are there in London? There's probably
There's
about
probably a
15.
few.
Our locations list is 7 opium dens, a brothel. and
I know where all the penny arcades are as well. Yeah, voyeuring would be fun. A Limehouse School. I bet the Limehouse School is close to the opium den, so we could go by the school first, and then.
I mean, they're all in the same neighborhood.
Yeah,
those
they're
so
workhouse
we-
kids, they love their opium.
So we're gonna go to the Limehouse School and see kind of first do voyeuring and get the lay of the land there.
Yeah.
Yeah, peek out through some cracks in the wall. Or
Yeah.
There's a
So
good
it is a workhouse in the Limehouse neighborhood there. So not super great. There's a it's like a large factory floor basically. You can see there's filthy children everywhere inside and out. There's
Great.
workhouses like this are where poor children are sent to be managed until they're old enough to be turned out for proper work. What signs of deprivation do you see?
Oh God.
That's a question for both of you.
Yeah. I think the air is almost unbreathable
Mm.
in the Limehouse School.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, that was all I had for it, I think. Just like chalk dust filling the air.
I think as one of the children passes Paloma, they kind of cling onto Paloma's skirt and like don't let go in hopes that
Hmm.
they could get some food or be taken away. It's causing Paloma great distress.
What does the child look like?
It's like a little grimy, androgynous, like 4 or 5-year-old with sandy hair.
So he what is Paloma, or it's Paloma, I guess, since you said Paloma, not Polly.
Oh
what-
yeah.
How is Paloma dressed today?
Paloma's quite exhausted. But I think Paloma's just wearing kind of normal doctor's uniform. That
Mm.
like a very sparse but professional looking black frock.
Yeah, and this child is on his way to the workhouse, but he like sees you because you're dressed differently than most people in the neighborhood. He kind of tugs on your doctor's coat and like looks up at you with like big eyes, like dirty face. It's like,
Ooh.
Are you a doctor?
If I were to help one of you, then I would have to help all of you, and even that would make no difference to the class disparity in this town.
Do you have any fucking candy? Like little cute 5-year-old. Not letting go.
Oh. Well, if it's candy you want.
It's fucking candy he wants.
Do you have any fucking candy?
Whoa, what a mouth. Let me see what I have in my pockets. I have a glass eye. No, I left the cowboy hat at home.
What kind of doctor are you?
I'm the kind of doctor they hope is never called for you. The kind of
Morticians aren't
doctor you
doctors.
see only in your nightmares. Paloma's not doing very well. It is kind of sunk. It like is trying a different tactic than the combativeness. It's just kind of exhausted. And it's just like,
I don't have nightmares about doctors. I have nightmares about the monster.
and Paloma pulls out the glass eye and says,
Candy.
if I were to give you this piece of candy, what would you be able to tell me about the goings-ons of vampires?
Give me the fucking candy and I'll fucking tell you.
That is not how deals work, my young squire. A very
I guess
nice
you're
glass
shit out of
eye.
luck then. And let's go, and runs away.
Well, I got him to let go of my skirt.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. No clues. I needed.
And as he runs away,
I learned everything
uh,
I needed to know from that.
as he's running away, you hear him start singing / chanting, Dr. Vampire, Dr. Vampire, and a bunch of the other kids start joining in, and they all like,
Flemma goes,
Dr. Vampire, Dr. Vampire. And they'll shriek and run inside.
sorry, Francis. I forget myself. Just a bit of fun.
I think Francis was staring longingly out a window towards the opium tunnel.
Well, we're both in bad shape this morning. Oh, well, I guess we better look around for ledgers of some sort of adult in charge that might know about a child that what kind of attendance records they have here.
Oh, I had thrown this in hoping to do the vulnerable move with your vice to try and clear
Oh yeah,
Yes, let's
maybe
do
the
it.
exhaustion.
yeah. Tell me how you're being vulnerable.
That's a good question.
That's why you're here, Mark, to remind us to be vulnerable when we.
He's exposing his neck as he talks.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what, because it doesn't feel like Francis has really been through some shit right now, and so I got to figure that out. I think honestly, this is probably Francis admitting that how scared he and Gareth were. Like maybe Gareth has told Francis a little more about how dangerous the coven is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main vulnerability is just that that they imagined that that Paloma had been taken by the coven or hurt worse by the coven. And yeah, I think they came. Did they see the child holding on to Paloma when they burst into the?
No,
Okay.
it vanished when it cast the hex,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
or when it was revealed. Yeah.
That makes sense, especially because I feel like both Francis and Paloma, like, probably we all deal with like supernatural shit on a regular basis. It's like not even a thing. So I feel like y'all have never really seen Gareth shaken, and like this coven thing has fucked him off.
And everybody knows witches can't be seen by more than one person at a time. It's because of the crystals in their bodies.
So yeah, I think Francis is like, I've never seen Gareth frightened of anything, and that makes me realize if we had been but a moment late, or if we hadn't found such agreeable police officers. Oh.
Yeah, Paloma's maybe found a hole in the wall where she's looking for like an office. It's like looking to each of the holes in the wall, looking for offices, but is listening to Francis and is like, well, I had no idea how foolhardy I had been last night. I don't know what overcame me when I saw that child. It wasn't part of the plan, and I was just, I mean, it's no surprise in retrospect that I was drawn to it, but I too worry, Francis, that I always feel when we leave Hargrave House that we are matched or better than what we come up against. So this is one time where I am not quite sure. I'm not quite sure of the outcome.
Yeah, I think that'll do it. So does Francis have any conditions? No, but you can clear Paloma.
How did that make me less exhausted? I guess just expressing it. Maybe it was just emotional exhaustion.
Yeah.
You feel rejuvenated by your camaraderie with your
I feel
fellow
better.
Hargrave person.
Thank you for saying that,
load
Francis.
has
I
been
think I
lifted.
was feeling alone in that despair, and obviously was taking it out on small children, which is not quite different than usual, but It was a different flavor of that. Back to myself, I feel. Except for that, definitely need to visit Jenny later.
The
Oh,
weight shared is a weight shared.
Uh, this
Can
is
we get-
Paloma's vice.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay, got it.
Paloma, yeah, Paloma, would you like to get a clue or invite the other hunter to ask you about your past?
Oh. I feel like we've been kind of looking around. I feel like we deserve a clue. But but if I'll defer to Peter though if you want to ask me if you.
Yeah, I was
strong
thinking along the
preference.
same lines. Like
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by what voyeuring through the Limehouse School might have revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
think that-
Francis is maybe not asking Paloma a lot of questions because we're just all stroking of hair.
Oh,
There's
There's
the,
a lot of.
this isn't the time to lean on that.
Yeah.
I think he's still a little self-conscious about that whole eating people thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I forgot you're a people eater, Francis Quinn,
It
purple-eyed
smells like
people.
people.
eater. Oh, your
So
breath
I think the,
smells
I think
like
this-
people.
I think the school is it's like a big like a factory building with a like brick up to about probably 12 15 feet, and then there's windows that look like they should be gabled open, or what do you call it when the windows get opened like that. They it looks like they should be propped open over the course of a day, but they are sealed tight to not allow air in and out, for the health of the children. It's dirty outside. But there are like cracks in it's not well maintained, and you're able to see stuff inside. So what clue would you like to find?
Oh gosh, this is one of those I picked up.
Yeah, you got to make up the clue.
I'm so sorry. I have to also be honest that I was in the chat and was trying to think of a joke and it didn't come out about Francis eating people and I wasn't paying attention and I didn't come up with a good joke.
The worst part.
Is there any way you could repeat or give me a summary? Point
Yeah, it's just
I'm so sorry.
The school is more like a factory. It's got a brick wall
Yeah.
about 12 feet tall with windows that are shut, but there are it's not well taken care of. There are gaps in the windows and whatnot, so you're absolutely able to look inside.
Oh, I wonder if
What clue do you
Paloma
find?
got a stick and pulled a bit of. I still like after this like attendance ledger thing. Like, not that they would probably take that good of. I guess they might take that for labor's sake, not necessarily for caring for the children. But I wonder if there was a piece of paper on the ground, and
Mm.
Paloma got it with a stick and pulled it over to one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
like cracks in the bottom, and it was a runaway note or maybe something more
Oh.
subtle. Maybe it's I miss my friend, or
Yeah, I like that.
yeah, maybe it's a card made from one of the kids to their friend. It's like I miss
Oh.
my friend.
Yes.
It's just like a kid with tears.
My friend with the sharp, pointy
It
teeth.
is a picture of a kid.
I'm a child vampire.
Yes,
I miss my friend.
the Dark
Even-
Lord of us all.
Even though he kept biting me neck.
He ate all my blood, but he also ate my heart.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I can make it more subtle and less.
No, that's
creepy,
perfect.
but
That's
It's like a little handmade card that. Well, I didn't find attendance, but I did find evidence that a child left and was missed by another child.
So this might be a really fresh vampire. Ooh. Oh, that's in the wrong.
Day old vampires.
Day old
Oh
vampire.
yeah, I forgot how people talk. Oh well, that's part of the thing now.
Yeah.
Or it could be another kid that died. We don't know. It's hard to tell if
Yeah.
those are fangs or if it's a mustache.
We are coming up on the hour. Do you want to take a break or how do y'all feel?
Matters not to me.
Yeah.
I can always use some
Yeah.
more beverage.
Yeah, let's take 5.
Let's take a little break. I'll get some tea.
Awesome.
All
We'll be back in 5.
We'll be back to solve all the mysteries.
All the mystery.
We gotta go touch all the threads.
Righty.
So the Fig song, what's the tune that goes underneath that one?
I hope this meat stick isn't people.
Oh no.
Got nothing.
I think
Francis vegetarian for a short time?
I think it is it is intended to be to the tune of Sing a Song of Sixpence.
Oh.
Snatch a
Good.
bunch of long pigs and bake them into pies.
Oh, it does work. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Clever. Look at there. poor Sally No Face. So
We're getting
ignored.
to her.
That doesn't
Get
feel
to
like
her.
our job. We've not accepted it.
Not yet.
Getting to her.
Oh no.
Well, she did kill your washerwoman, so Or,
Oh yeah, that's
or-
how we found out about Polly.
Polly's washerwoman. Carrot, what you doing with your ghosty self?
I'm going to the brothel.
Excellent idea.
Going to the crow's nest. Gonna have a little little erotic rendezvous with Violet is what I'm gonna do.
All right, this could get interesting.
Oh yeah,
So,
my favorite
so-
romance.
The brothel seems, well, like it seems very, it's a very low traffic day, say that. There's no one in the parlor by the entrance, and all the rooms, their doors are open, and there's no one working there. But the door to Violet's office is closed. She has a little, office. How do you approach her?
I stop and I listen at the door. Only not like in a nose. I mean, yes, in a nosy way, but more because like I want to make sure I'm not like interrupting something important.
Ooh.
Or if she's in trouble, I don't want to like alert whoever's in there, like, hey, I'm here. And then they like run off with her or something.
What are you afraid you might hear?
Oh.
I'm afraid I might hear indescribable sounds of mutilating or consuming a corpse.
Oh my.
Whoa.
All right. So this is going to be with what's listening at a door?
It's free. It's a free win, is what it is. Free.
Never heard of that.
Wow.
Um,
I mean, it's kind of an information move. I'm getting oral information.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what the what do you roll with to listen at a
Sensitivity
door?
always,
Actually, you know what?
because my
Since
hearing's
you are-
very sensitive.
You are
Mhm.
still in kind of an insubstantial, like you're kind of fading
I
in and
am.
out.
I'm
Still,
feeling a little weird, man.
yeah. So I think it's definitely a sensitivity roll,
Wow.
both because of your current state and because you're not doing your rainbow in the dark move, but you're still like extending your senses a little bit. What's it
All
called?
right. Yeah, the beacon.
Now
in
it's
the
called
night, I
Rainbow in the
think.
Dark.
Rainbow in the dark.
It's definitely the rainbow in the dark move.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
regular
So
roll plus
sensitivity roll. Here
3.
we go. And voir. 11.
Perfect. So yeah,
Dang.
your senses are able to extend to not only like what is happening right now, but you do. Well, the thing that is loudest to you is the buzzing of flies.
Oh no.
Mm.
I might have to find someone else to have sex with.
Oh.
That's really your call.
It ain't that kind of party.
What's your move?
I feel like he busts in the door. Or it opens it
Yeah.
if it'll open. I'll just open the door.
Yeah, the door is open,
Okay, good.
or is openable.
Not just gonna
and-
bust through walls like somebody.
And Violet is sitting upright at her desk. The desk is up against the wall with her back facing to you. But when you open the door, just like a cloud of flies flies out of the door
Roll.
to the room. That's what it is. The space behind the door. And Violet's just sitting there, hands on the desk.
I like rush up to her and immediately, like, to take pulses and things and check her
Where
for fleshy
Where are
feels.
you checking?
Well, you said she's sitting like
Yeah,
upright in a chair.
She's sitting upright at the desk with her back to the door.
What I was thinking is I'd like come around the side of her and kind of like put my hand up next to her face or on her neck or whatever.
Yeah, that's a great place to check because face is gone.
Oh, Sally, no face.
She's sitting there and she has like a grimace on her face, but it's just musculature. It's a very neat cutout, very well done. There's not a lot of damage, and there doesn't seem to have been much of a struggle, in fact. But she has been there for a day or two, probably, and it's not pretty.
I feel like he has to like contain his rage to try and become focused and logical to look for some clues.
Yeah. I'd like you to make a day move with composure. This is a pretty upsetting sight.
It is. I'm upset.
So I think it's just gonna be 2 dice straight up. What are well, I'm not gonna
Yes.
ask you what you're afraid of because this is
Day
just to
move.
see how we go.
5.
Whoo boy.
Mm.
Had to stop that big roller streak sooner or later. I've had a real good run for like
Yeah.
quite a long time.
You you sort of back away with your hand to your face and feel yourself sort of snap back into the world. And the camera, like looking at your face, sort of pulls back as a shape steps out of the shadows behind you and just clubs you over the head, knocking you at least unconscious.
Son of a bitch.
Would you like to put on a mask?
Note that the Mask of Beauty is available.
Mask of
Right.
Beauty is available, as is the Mask of the Pig.
And we still hold on. Oh, and there was still that. Yeah, I don't know. What's the one that oh yeah, Cosmic Passage, which will kind of fuck me, but I've been thinking about it for reasons that keep escaping me.
It makes another ability available, right?
I know.
Yeah, the Old Bones.
Old Bones, and there's something else. Did the something else expire? Whatever the other thing was. So I remember there was like 2 things that it was gonna up with.
I
if
think
took
maybe you got the Void Walker from it if you did something with the camera.
Hmm.
If you have the Cosmic Passage attuned and use an object of power to attune with a Void, yeah. So you would be able to, if you came across an object of power to attune with a Void, be able to travel. But there's none of those nearby.
Nah, that's good.
So yeah, the Cosmic Passage wouldn't do anything for your. It would drop your reason by 2 and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that's why I
Yeah.
didn't want to take it. I was just trying to remember. I
Yeah.
remembered there was like 2 reasons to take it. I just couldn't remember what the second one was, other than the Old Bones. And it might have been a reason at the time that is no longer valid or something. I can't remember what it was. Where do we see threat masks again? Are they
They're under
listed
threats.
under threat?
Although if you push on your Masks of the Past a little bit, we can find out some more about the witches. Not this time, but later.
Oh shit, yeah, that's true.
Your call.
Hoping it won't be, relevant because we'll have gotten rid of them by then.
Whoa. So daytime Gareth is so confident.
Because I'm just saying we got to get rid of these witches like fast, man.
Yeah.
You got like 5 days. It's not even a thing.
Let me take a look. I'm just taking a look at my master.
And we did spend 3 days just kind of chilling out and not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
have to take
you have 5 night phases. So
Rest is also productive.
that's right. So you do have a little bit of wiggle room on the witches.
Oh man, it's a tough call because I mean it does seem like Masks of the Past could lead into some witchery stuff, but then the Mask of Beauty is really tempting too. Well, you know what that means. The only solution there is to roll for it.
Yeah.
1 and 2, it's Mask of Beauty. 3 and 4, it's a Mask of the Past. And it's a 1, so it's a Mask of Beauty. It is.
Mask of Beauty. All right. Ding ding ding. Let's see. What does the Mask of Beauty do?
Makes me invulnerable.
And beautiful.
And lasers for
Super
eyes.
sexy.
So this is
Sexy lasers.
the threat masks involve everybody.
Oh,
So
right. Okay.
each hunter narrates a flashback to a time when they felt truly beautiful.
Oh.
I definitely think Gareth is when him and his now late wife, when they got together and she like expressed her feelings for him, because I think he always felt like she was above his station, out of his league, and was sort of like, wait, you want to be, and it like really was just a huge moment of like self-worth and wow, I am worthy enough to have this incredible, wonderful woman want to be with me.
I didn't know Gareth was married.
Yeah, I remember his wife.
Oh
jumped
wait,
off
I
that-
did. Sorry.
She jumped off that cliff.
Omega Cliffs.
To escape the darkness brewing in her belly.
God, yes. Now I remember. Sorry.
Yeah,
Very-
Gareth put a demon baby in her.
Sean is
Weird
named
plot
after
point.
my dead unborn child.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Oh yes. Now it's coming back to me. Sorry.
I can understand why you
Not
pushed
sure
that out of
how
your
I would
memory.
forget that.
It's very traumatic for us all.
Hmm.
Princess Paloma.
I think Francis, it's going to be when he sat for the painting.
Mm.
Ooh.
And yeah, I know that the artist is like getting ready to put the first strokes down on the canvas, and just stares at Francis and starts weeping. And I'm trying to figure out what the thing the artist says at that point is. Oh, and it's that in spite of all my talents, I will never truly capture your beauty.
Nice.
Oh no, I just
Thank
figured
you
mine
for
out.
letting me try.
Oh. I just figured out Paloma's. So Paloma's not usually one concerned with external beauty, and mainly has been concerned most of her life with the beauty of the mind. Did not even feel or was not particularly beautiful on her wedding day or in the eyes of her beloved, but at the funeral for her child and wife was particularly radiant and magnetic to, and she knew it, and everyone could feel it. And it was that there was suddenly a purpose and a knowing why she was on earth was there. And even though Paloma's still appearance hadn't really changed, something had shifted, and Paloma somehow became more substantial, more meaningful, more magnetic in that moment than she ever has been.
Mm.
Giving the eulogy.
Nice. Cool. So no murder. But or
Weird.
a tech, not a murder necessarily. But I think you are you are going to take another condition. I think it's just horrified. Just lost your shit. And there are well, yeah, I'll let you continue. So yeah, you're just overcome with terror, partly from just the obscenity in front of you, partly because it's someone who you were weirdly close to, and partly because with great power comes great responsibility, right? This is you were told of someone cutting people's faces off, and now here's someone with their face cut off.
No,
Probably a coincidence.
Yeah.
Renewed vigor to find Sally. No face.
Uncle Ben.
Cutting off people's faces.
Again.
So yeah, I mean, I think. Sorry, just like a brief moment as my brain is just flashing through things to do. It's like, oh, call Paloma and Francis. I'm like, oh wait, we can't. We don't.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So good that you gave us these blackberries, Gareth.
Need you all to close nest immediately.
They're delicious.
It's the 1870s, so of course we have small pilots.
Destructible.
Is there I take it there's probably like a window in this office?
Yeah.
I open the window and I look for is there like a street urchin out there?
Yeah, of course there is. Yeah.
I'm like, you!
The
Boy, what day
email
is
of
it?
the day.
You boy! How'd you like to earn I don't know, what's a good
Farthing.
pence? A farthing? What's something? How'd you like to earn a farthing, boy?
My mom says I'm not old enough to work there.
No, that's not what I'm offering.
I forgot where you're yelling from.
You know where Hargrave House is, boy?
Everyone knows where Hargrave House
That's what I
is.
thought. I just asking. I need you to find Mr. Francis Quinn and Paloma Safby, my associates at Hargrave House, and send them here immediately. It's an emergency, boy. It's of utmost importance. Bring
right,
them
sir.
here, and I'll give you another.
Ooh, fancy. He scurries off, leaving you alone in a room at a murder scene. Would you like to do anything before we go back to check on the others?
I mean, I'm just looking for clues.
Yeah. Well, where are you looking?
I guess first, the obvious thing would be to check the body, just to see if there's anything telling about Sally No Face's techniques or anything I can discern. Even though it's
Yeah.
gross looking at a cut off face, but I don't care. I'm determined. I'm angry.
Very neat. It's very neat. This is definitely going to be composure.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh no.
Whoa,
Everything's
Gareth.
fine. Hold on, I'm just looking.
Oh, the root.
Don't know that my seashell comb or statue of the Green Man could really help in this instance.
Just comb her hair.
He's right.
The hair episode.
So we'll just have to do a straight up roll and composure. There it is. Composure. We're gonna roll a 6.
Ah, so close.
I'm so not composed. I'm decomposing.
I forget. I need to look something up. I forget if it's this game or Brindlewood, where if you take a 4th condition, you have to mark a mask.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Let's see.
This episode is entitled "The Fall of Gareth Huckabee."
Gareth, drink some absinthe.
Right? That's my
Oh, yeah.
problem. I haven't had enough absinthe today.
A hunter can have up to 3 conditions. If they would ever take a 4th condition, they instead mark one of their masks.
Wow.
All right then. So I don't think I'm going to force you to do that just yet. As you're kind of like looking over the body, yeah,
Things are not going well.
someone taps you on the shoulder.
No.
I imagine I turned quite startled, ready to deck somebody.
Look what you've done. It doesn't just affect my body, it affects my ghost too. Thanks a lot. And it's Violet, and she's extremely upset. And she seems relatively solid to you, and she pushes you, and actually like you tumble back and like back into her body, and she falls off the chair. Oh, in a gross way.
Ooh,
The
the sporking
like,
sound.
now what are you gonna do? I'm dead. There's no money in being dead.
Fight, 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 fight.
No money in being dead.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna haunt you. I'm never gonna give you a moment's peace. I'm gonna be in your ear every moment of your stinking life.
I thought they were going to have sex.
Violet, right now, that sounds like a wonderful, wonderful thing to happen.
Oh, give me
This is how I
5
got rid of
minutes.
all the other ones that haunt him.
Cool. I think that's a great place to. Yeah, you're going to be haunted. Oh man, I'm not going to give you that condition, but I'm making a note. Haunted by Violet.
Fair enough.
Now they're partners.
Now, again,
And if I
does she count as a human if I have sex with her?
I-
We're both kind of insubstantial.
Yeah,
Not a demon.
I think she's a ghost. I think if you wanted to have, and I don't think her body counts as a human either.
So it'd just
I
be
think you're-
bonus sex, but not
Yeah,
count
it's just
towards your
bonus
question.
sex.
Recreational,
Sure,
not
Yeah.
transactional.
Ah, damn it, I need to have a sex with a human.
sure.
Why
You
did I
got
take
all
that
night.
question?
What a
all night, baby.
rejection. Sorry, Violet.
I'm not saying I won't have sex with Violet. I'm just saying to fulfill
Oh no, you
my daily
Terrence has
questions.
said enough. No.
Lost your chance.
And as I think as Paloma is pulling the piece of paper out, kind of looking over it, someone taps on your shoulder. And Francis is able to see this, of course, because standing a bit back. And it's a that's the wrong thread. It's a woman, or no, it's a man. He's kind of like stooped and kind of balding. And he has a brown 3-piece suit on and gets kind of fidgets. And like it's not a forceful tap, it's just like a excuse me. This is ma'am, can I help you with are you interested in do you have a child for us, or were you looking can I help you?
Can Francis interrupt here?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Paloma's about to be like, my child would never.
Oh God.
Francis, please interrupt.
Yeah, I think I guess Francis will smoothly come in with a business card from Hargrave House.
Nice.
Right as Paloma starts launching at the person.
You just see her launching at the camera and Francis kind of interrupts.
Hits Francis's back and just kind of bounces back.
And he takes it and looks at it like, Mr. Quinn, Chesterfield, Lawrence Chesterfield. I'm the headmaster here. I was told that there was people lurking about outside, and I just wanted to make sure there was no.
Not lurking, investigating.
Oh, are you with the police? Hargrave, I'm not familiar with that department.
As a matter of fact, we are. Not a lie.
Not on this case, but yes,
This
with the
is
police.
echoes of the night from Brindlewood Bay when we always said we were with the police.
Very much so.
Yes, the sheriff knows we're here. He asked us to do this.
The sheriff definitely knows we're here.
In fact, we're investigating that horrible death that happened just outside the Limehouse School.
Oh, poor Miss Bell. Yes.
Poor Miss Bell, of
I-
course. I definitely remember that name.
Yeah, her name was She was a young mother, Clara Bell, and she was found in an alleyway
Oh.
behind the school.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy, but I barely knew her at all. She would come and do some work with the children every once in a while, so teaching them how to mend and sew on buttons and that sort of thing. But I never really talked to her. It was just admired from a distance, I suppose. It's
So
a shame what happened.
Yes, and we are enlisted in our part to make sure that this never happens to anyone else.
Oh,
It is between you and me, leans in conspiratorially. It's part of a series of crimes.
series of crimes, you say?
And
Wait, you're not after some sort of creature, are you? Some sort of werewolf,
no,
or ghost
No.
or vampire or something like that?
I'm
But should-
not a creature, surely.
You should have heard the children this morning singing about some sort of vampire doctor. Their imaginations get away with them. It's
Oh, to have the imagination of a child to dream such fancies. No, we are interested in the strict reality of what has happened here.
oh, of course, a man after my own heart.
Yes, of course. Logic and reason are the watchwords of
And there are
myself. and Dr.
so many
Dr.
scientific explanations for exsanguination that
I'm sorry,
it
what?
almost makes vampires the least
Oh,
likely explanation. If someone is drained of blood, it could be many other types of ways.
Dr.
So
Saskia
if I wanted to
many
drain
medical
your blood
monographs
all
too.
out, I could just
Is she French? Is that I don't understand.
Many of the terms
Pulova's just
are-
indicating
are
on the
Latin.
body where you could quickly cut.
Kill shot, kill shot, kill shot.
Kill. Yes. Latin, in fact, the aged language of letters of,
Oh,
of our fair isle and all its fellow sciences.
buenos dias.
There was Dr. Speak, yes.
Indeed. And I'm trying to figure out how to ask for a clue about Claire.
Can I have a clue?
Could I have a clue? about Claire?
clues on it.
Did you happen to find the body of Miss Bell? I'm sorry to inquire so indiscreet, but information is our stock and trade and how we home in. on
Yeah, let's go ahead and make an information roll.
Okay.
How do you think this is going? Does it feel like a presence roll?
I think
I mean,
it's going super well.
Yeah.
I do feel like this is a presence role in that he's framing it as sort of like, we're friends, you want to help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Presence it is then.
So 2D
Francis
plus 3.
Quinway.
Yeah. 2 dice plus 3.
Wait, why? Oh, wow. My keyboard stopped working. That's fun. Okay.
Oh.
My other computer. What the hell? I'm sorry about this brief technical difficulty. No, my keyboard
worries.
does work. I can't type into that field. Oh, I was typing into the wrong field. I'm a genius. Okay.
Well, that Francis is rubbing off on you.
Yep. So 2D plus 3 and rolling. That's a 9.
That'll
So,
do.
Just barely with a consequence. Great rolls today for
Nicely done, everyone.
Let's see what's a good consequence here.
sorry everybody.
No, I love it.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see here. Not yet, but he will be.
Not the consequence.
Yeah.
Consequence.
So he's like, well, of course, yeah. I mean, I wasn't there myself, but it's a terrible, terrible scene. Strange thing. I mean, there was no blood in the body, of course, and no blood anywhere else, which is
Really?
again, very
Languination.
strange. I'm sorry.
Latin.
Gesundheit. But there was where was it?
Oh no.
By near the body, there was shattered milk bottles, and almost as if someone had slashed someone to death, only instead of blood, milk was on the floor, and a small bag of candy. Very strange. I don't. Maybe she was bringing sweets for the children, or I don't know, but it was as if someone had cast them away violently, not just dropped in the course of a terrible, terrible crime.
Ah, this all fits. He says, with no idea how it fits.
That is violently discarded milk and sweets.
Paloma is concerned about the sweets after
Um,
having met that child.
And Francis feels a hand on his shoulder. Everyone's getting their shoulders touched today.
Echoes in the day.
Damn.
It goes in the day. And it is. Thank you, Echo.
You Echo.
Don't answer. And it says, "Oh, it all fits, does it?" And Paloma can now see who this is. It is our good friend, Detective Inspector Pettigrew, with his
Yay!
spotless tweed coat. And I thought I'd find you all lurking around here. Are you? Are these people
Speaking of
giving you?
pigs,
Are these people giving you trouble, good sir, Mister? What's your name, Mister Chesterfield?
Oh, Gruzies.
Oh,
no. They're just. I heard they were working with you, so I, of course, was giving them all the information. It's like, he gives explosive.
Inspector Pettigrew and I have worked together, and ourselves have worked together before. Where did we meet him?
He was.
Was it in Cremorne Gardens?
I think he was at Cremorne Gardens too.
Yeah, with
He's,
the unfortunate act, with that unfortunateness at Cremorne Gardens.
Yeah. Funny how that all stopped once you got your fee or whatever you do with the people there. They had to shut down, you know.
Oh no!
Poor Mr. Simpson.
oh, the cult
Simpson.
leader.
Poor Mr. Simpson's out of business, and well, it would be impropriety for me to blame you directly, but watch out for these two. They are not
Evasive.
with the yard, and trouble seems to follow them. Closures of businesses, if you know what I mean.
Except we are with the yard.
Oh, you are with the yard. In what capacity?
Now I'm trying to remember in what.
I know. I'm trying to figure out a. Well, I mean,
We're handling that
Francis
situ-
was deputized.
I think you were
and
asked
wore
by
a
the
cop
yard to-
uniform the other night at the.
Should not talk about being with the yard.
You were deputized to investigate the Figs pigs.
Oh yeah.
Well, Francis, you have a badge, right? Show them your badge, Francis.
Oh, no.
We are totally caught. Paloma's like a little unhinged today. I think the exhaustion is worn off, but
I gotta
now
use
there's that. Now she's like kind of wants the opium. Paloma wants us to be over so we can go to opium den, and Pettigrew is in the way.
Yeah, the police badge is used.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
you still.
shit.
I think you
I can still have
you
it,
just can't
though.
use it for advantage.
For
Yeah.
We
narrative.
just can't get an advantage. We just use it for story.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
before Francis's sluggish brain catches up, he kind of picks up the badge and hands it over to Paloma.
Yeah. Does this mean anything to you, Pettigrew?
Oh, what are you afraid might happen if he recognizes that?
I don't think Paloma's afraid of anything.
But what are you afraid?
But Nicole is afraid of so many things. I think that he's gonna think that I found it off of a dead body,
Mm.
that it's off of a dead officer of an
Ooh.
unsolved
That
case,
you killed an officer.
that it
Badge.
was his dead father's. There's a lot of things I'm afraid of.
Great.
Not
This
only
is gonna be
that-
with presents. This is gonna be a presents. Oh no, it's a day.
No, why did I do this?
Oh, okay. Can I do the one with-
Francis already had it in his hand, but now, now
Fuck when I take it out of his hand.
hand.
What is your presence?
Stupid big
Zero.
mouth. Zero.
I want to use the.
Oh, you have a
gentleman
wingman.
push.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. but I only have
Wingman.
2 objects that can be used to handle this.
I'll get you some more. I'll get you more.
Okay. I have
You
a
can-
money clip and a crank bar are the 2 things.
I mean,
Go raid
but-
my witch's cupboard.
Hear me out on this, though. I'm going to bring out the crank bar and ask Pettigrew, does this smell familiar? This was the machine that we used together to take care of the Cremorne Gardens creature.
Remember how you solved that one, Petty?
Oh, you solved that crime. Does
Oh,
Nice.
Francis.
loyalty mean nothing to you, sir? At long last.
Whoa.
Okay, you're rolling with presence there.
Yeah, I have to roll with presence to make this work.
Nice.
Thanks for saving me, Francis.
Let's see. No worries.
Wingman.
Loyalty mean nothing.
Loyalty, nothing.
2D plus 3. Rolling 10.
That's a 10.
Nice.
Fantastic.
From my memory, he didn't solve that, right? We're just like making
No,
him.
he didn't. Yeah,
Okay.
You're just buttering him up.
We're just buttering him up
Um,
and saying like, "Oh, you should have," and we have stuff from it. So shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Cool.
Um,
Very nicely done, Francis. Way
yeah,
better
and
than
so-
me blustering about with a badge.
So Paloma gets to roll with advantage then.
Oh, good, good.
I love this
Assassin.
mechanic.
Assassin the cop.
Whoa.
Boom.
Dang. Thank you for your
Yeah.
wingmanship.
Hot damn.
That's
Nailed it.
Great. So on a 12 plus, you do what you intended, and you get some extra benefit or advantage.
What was I intending? I think
Well,
intending to
you're
just like get him out of the way
yeah.
and go to the
Hey, wait.
club.
Real
Well,
quick, do we
he
stop getting
doesn't-
mastermind clues? Because I don't remember getting mastermind clues for fucking ever now.
No, we haven't had one in a while.
We don't get them when we roll 12 plus, where?
On an information booth.
Oh, specifically on the
Yeah.
information move. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
Got to do some more
Um,
informationing.
yeah. And I think
Yes, stop letting my temper get a hold of me.
Pettigrew's face goes from like confusion to anger to sort of recognition, and then looks at both of you. And he asks, because Francis handed it to Paloma, right?
Yeah.
And said, where did you find this? Or how did you come upon this?
And he's asking Francis that.
Yeah.
Awful
I
embarrassing
either
right
have
now.
no memory of where it came from.
Um,
Was it at the Society Obscura?
maybe, yeah. Or you can just make something up and we'll roll with it.
Yes. Truth be, I feel I can tell you the truth about this. And like between us, Mr. Chesterfield need not hear this. This was gifted me after some duties handled at the Society Obscura.
Oh, I think you got it as a reward for one of the mysteries or one of the.
Oh no, okay.
That's right. But you can definitely still say that. That's totally fine.
I like that one though.
Yeah. It's just, oh, are you a member?
Chugging beer.
I think, yeah, he gives whatever signal they use at
Yeah.
the Society Obscura.
Yeah. Well, the society is known for its fanciful costumes, so it's possible that we may have missed each other.
Oh, and
Mr. What the fuck's your name?
Chesterfield.
Mr. Chesterfield. Mr. Chesterfield, I apologize. I mistook them for some other ne'er-do-wells.
Hmm.
They are, in fact, working very closely with
Always duels.
special detachment of Scotland Yard, and I admonish you to give them every consideration that you would give an officer of the law such as myself. Mr. Quinn, Ms. Safby, if there's anything I can do to further assist your investigation into whatever matter you are investigating. And he takes out a card and hands it to, I guess Quinn is the is the card ho. I encourage you to contact me at any time.
at any time. Oh,
Yeah, and I think go ahead and add his add his business card, DI Pettigrew's business card to your personal quarters.
We know who Francis will be impersonating next.
And I think this is like you can use it for advantage at some point, but if you need to call in a favor, I think you can burn it for that too.
Okay, yeah.
Do not know me, I am P.I. Pettigrew.
Put it into a ritual.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Then Paloma says, thanks, Francis. I yet again owe you one. It seems that the first round at Jenny's would be on me.
If a high five weren't completely anachronistic.
You just invented the high five right now.
It feels good. We should
Exactly.
make that a thing.
Too early.
And I think Pettigrew tips his hat and goes about his day, and Mr. Chesterfield's like, "Oh, of course. Well, if you're associated with the DI Pettigrew, I must give you a tour of the schoolhouse. The schoolhouse. Please, right this way." And he hustles you towards the front door. Gareth, where did you go after you left or have you left?
I don't think I've left because I sent Urchin Boy to get.
Oh yeah,
to send them here.
Yeah, he's looking at Hargrave House for them.
Yeah, I don't think I knew they weren't there. So.
He's gonna be gone for a while.
Oh,
but
no.
I think
maybe he just
work
ran off
very
with your
well.
money. Yeah.
I have I think I'm still talking to Ghost Violet now because I have ideas.
Us flirting.
I feel like it's being might as well use my insubstantial. I try to embrace her and Violet. You're here.
Get off of me!
In a way.
What's the matter with you? You just had me killed.
I did not have you killed.
Wait, she should know some information.
I would never have you killed. In fact, the perpetrator of this horrendous crime is now at the top of my to-do list.
Look at that face. Look at that, what used to be a face. No one who comes around here would have been able to do that. I mean, even Toby with his razor would have made a few slips here and there.
I know who did that. Sally No Face.
Sally No Face, the children's rhyme. Are you mental?
There's been a rash of defacings. She's real. Violet, she's real.
Well, clearly someone's real.
But listen.
So what you going to do about it?
I'm going to find her and we're going to take care of her. That's what we're going to do.
Oh.
Interrogate the ghost.
But listen, if there's anything that you can tell me about, do you have any memories of what happened?
Let's see. She does.
Yeah, I'd like flirting and annoying the ghost as well, though. Those are also valid things to do with the ghost.
I think this is going to be information move with presence.
Information
You're
move with
kind of on the
presence.
same plane right now.
Okay, yep, we are. That we are. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll it because again, I have
just
two
had it.
items, but I just don't really see how they would apply.
And you always got masks.
I still haven't put one
You
on.
just
Maybe this is
said-
the day.
You just said with presents, right?
Yeah.
Kabam! We're gonna roll a 6.
Yikes. Just notice Paloma's
Bad day for Gareth.
assassin the cop.
Sucks.
God,
Day
assassin the cop.
sucks.
Let's see. Jeez.
Gareth's worst day ever.
Oh man. This is what happens when we split the party.
Yeah, this is why we don't split up, and yet why we do.
We gotta touch all the threats.
She says, "Yeah, I have some memories," and she'll like goes like that and conjures Toby's knife out of the air, and goes like that to you, and you feel your entire presence stiffen up. She's like, "I remember someone cutting my face like this."
Ow, that's my
That's-
face. Stop.
Under here,
Ow,
then-
my insubstantial face.
peeling it back
Oh, Jesus, that's hard.
Whoa.
Nerve endings.
like this.
Sometimes
And she-
people have memories where they don't have to act it out again.
Walks over and plops your face on her dead body's face.
That's my
Like,
face.
Really got to work on your mnemonics, Violet.
That's pretty, I think.
Oh,
keep that.
switch faces. Do it.
But
Face
you
off.
don't need, you would need a child's face, right?
Would you like to use a mask?
I know, I was gonna ask for some of Violet's parts.
the other choice is be dead. Is that the other choice?
Yeah, probably die painfully. Yeah.
There's no face. You could
Just
do it.
checking. I just like to outline all my options before I, make rash decisions. Yeah, let's narrate a flashback to. Oh shit, it's hard to read when I check it. Narrate a flashback to your young adulthood that shows a time when you used your supernatural affinities for selfish purposes.
Ooh, selfish.
Oh.
Mm,
Flirting with a ghost, part one.
right? It's a young, probably like, does it say, what does it say? Young adulthood, yeah. What was young adulthood? What does that count as?
Like late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because I was thinking like 17.
Yeah.
And he's talking with a bird. He's talking with a young, beautiful bird, as in a woman, not a literal bird. I know that's
Not Sean. Yeah.
no, not Sean.
Ah!
And you can tell he's like flirting, and it's like she's not interested, but she's also not like ooh so wrapped with him. She's kind of like kind of on the fence. And then I feel keeping with the theme, he feels a tap on his shoulder, and he looks over, and there's no and he sees like a kind of ghostly apparition that he kind of looks back at her, and he's very much like, that's okay, it's not a solid person, so he knows it's not really there, and he's assessing whether she sees it. She doesn't seem to see it, and the apparition's like, I could help you in this situation if you are interested in this young lady.
Big man roll.
He's kind of like, so then the spirit starts delivering like information about her. Well, she quite likes the new play that was just mounted in the West End. And Garrett's like, oh, but have you seen that new play mounted in the West End?
Cyrano ghost.
It's a kind of a ghost Cyrano situation, yeah.
I love it.
Where this, yeah,
Here
so
we
he and the ghost can kind of like
Ghost
probably
to
like
know.
read her emotions and her thoughts a little bit, and is like so helps
Spirit
steer him, like
know.
oh yeah, no, go wait, don't go down that go down this path, and then eventually you see them leave arm in arm, and she's much more interested in him than when we first began the scene.
Nice.
Oh, Spirit knows. Very good.
Yeah.
Best.
Yeah, so Violet says, here's what I remember, and walks over to where her body was at the desk. I was having a cup of tea here. It's cold, and there's a small film of mold over the top,
Ew.
because it's been there a couple days.
That's the one that really gets to us.
And then he vomits. Vomit uncontrollable condition.
I almost drank that.
I'm gagging.
The, like, Razor problem and predator situation. Oh no, too real.
Yeah, she's like, I was drinking my tea, and then all of a sudden I felt stiff, and look, and she actually is able to pick up her own body and trace her fingers along the neck, and sort of she like pulls her blouse down a little bit, and there's blackened veins all up and down. Like, look at that. I was poisoned. I bet. I know people of the herbal bent that would know something about that. witches and all, right? Friends of yours, maybe.
Oh no, we have to get information from the witches.
And the clue is blackened veins indicating the presence of poison.
You will be avenged, Violet. But in the meantime, we're both a little substantial. You should let me comfort you.
Are we doing this?
We can do it. I mean, we don't have to, spend a whole lot of time on a whole scene or anything. We can.
She's still pretty mad. She
right,
might need a little.
Well, I do also have another business
Sweet
proposition
talking.
to offer her as well.
Oh,
If not that, then will you
I've got
hear
all
me out on
kinds of
this?
I got all kinds of irons and fires over here.
I've only been a ghost for a few days, love. I don't know what kind of business I can get into, but see how much worse it can get.
All I'm saying is this is an opportunity, Violet, for you. We wanted a certain class of clientele mixing eroticism with dark entities. You just are on the other side of that equation now. But that just means you have access to new clients, new connections that we could bring into this business to raise the
You want me
level
to-
even more.
Are you franchising
You want me to
the crow's
start
nest?
fucking ghosts?
No. You would still be in an administrative position. I'm just saying now we could cater to both sides, humans who want experiences with entities and entities who want experiences with humans. It's now, we've just doubled our clientele.
Gareth, you are the eternal optimist about that business who has no employees right now.
Look, love, I don't know how much you know about the spirit world. I imagine quite a bit. How many ghosts do you know that have jobs?
Well, of course.
Ava's
the
Isn't that the
extremely
whole
wealthy.
point of being dead? All your responsibility is gone. I don't know why I'm not in heaven right now,
The
but I imagine I'll
spirits-
be heading there soon. I'm quite
The
a good
whole
person.
reason that the spirits would come to the business when we were looking at the other side is because they don't get their payment in money. They get their payment in other things such as emotions, pieces of people's souls, things like this. There are other forms of payment that, of course, you being new to the spirit realm are not necessarily completely familiar with yet. But everyone
Whoa.
wants something.
Mansplaining to a ghost.
Everyone wants something.
Huh. That sounds reasonable, perhaps.
You must be new here.
What are you afraid might happen if she doesn't buy this?
That you'll kill me again and I'll have to put on another fucking mask.
How many times can Gareth get his face cut off this episode?
So how was your
So
day,
far,
Gareth?
it's 2. Gareth, why
She's
do you
actually
keep holding
hurt,
your
yeah.
face on?
We met a cop. It
It's
was
okay. It's
great.
okay.
We got a cop.
He helped
made a
us.
friend.
She is pretty mad at you for the whole getting killed thing. So this is gonna be a reason roll with disadvantage. I'm
Son of a
afraid.
bitch.
She is mad still about getting killed.
Gareth,
It's not
does
my
he have a
fault.
chance to back out of this? If you want?
All right, hold on. I'm
guess
determined.
not.
I'm gonna look.
Oh.
Oh yeah, do you want to see if you can use a thing?
Yeah. I'm gonna incorporate this. We're using the statue of the Green Man. We're using the
Ooh.
statue of the Green Man. I was like, look, this is a statue of the Green Man. The Green Man represents. He was a representative of both realms. He was one of the first beings that no one was sure if he was human or spirit. There are tales of him both ways. Some thinks he equally walked between both worlds at will. This is a sign, Violet, a sign that you and I, fate has entwined us, Violet, for a reason.
All right, straight up roll then. Yeah, and you don't actually have to have the statue there. You can just tell her like the story of the Green Man. I think that's
And what am I rolling
need-
with?
no need to lug around a statue. With reason, because you're trying to convince her that through logic.
6 plus 2, bam. Come on, give me something good. Okay, a 9. That's better.
That's a 9. I went to work. Not even supposed to be here today.
This is my day off.
All right.
By the way, I don't know. I was just reading I Am a T-Rex. Is the Green Man a real thing? Did I?
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
that's it's whatever
I
you
just
say it is.
completely made up a bunch of bullshit, assuming that it had no actual history. And
Yeah,
so
he's basically like a pan-ish
Pagan figure.
nature god kind of thing, but
No.
close enough. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it's a pagan thing.
It's just
Also,
rewrote history of a real thing. Oops.
also like a indigenous, like when you're eating peyote or whatever, there's a lot of reports of seeing the Green Man and all that stuff. But
It's fine because we've
It's a
repeated
whole
many times how
thing.
like our world is
Yeah.
different. It's not this world.
yeah.
It's different Victorian London where things are slightly askew, and the Green Man can be a representative of spirit and human realm.
So being all new to ghosting and everything, I'm gonna defer to someone who has more experience with this world as I get my dead feet, I suppose, or dead legs.
Nice.
But you got to hold up your part of the bargain, and this is what it's gonna be. I know you're running around with your friends, chasing after monsters all day.
This is
But
true.
if you're going to go into business with me, I want you to be serious, and I want you to be here
Oh,
often, more than you've been.
9 to 5.
All right. Well, how often do I talk? I do. I mean, I am also,
Those are like every
rescuing
day.
people and solving things with Hargrave House. But what is
and
what
how
is your
much does that-
requirement?
how much does that pay?
It pays in lives, my dear. If only I had been better sooner, perhaps you would still be alive.
Seems to be working out for me so far. So, how about you spend some nights here working the place out?
Fair enough. As long as you will be here with me.
Don't think I can leave. I'm probably bound to this room, unfortunately. But
Well, we might be able to do something about that if you'd like, but that's another conversation.
at least all my ledgers are here. I can get some work done. Yeah, so I think for her to take this deal fully, you're gonna have to probably skip out on our night phase at some point, like Paloma would for her night move.
Oh,
So will we just
So-
cut to Gareth working on like adding up ledgers?
Maybe
Having
we'll see how that works.
business meetings with Ghost Violet and teaching her the ways of ghost eroticism,
Arranging insurance for
And-
people.
becoming Ghost Parks and Rec.
having hybrid
Episode.
human ghost sex like you do.
Nice.
Minor key version.
Looking for both ghost and human employees. We're gonna need like 2 whole HR departments.
Cool. Let's go back to the factory tour.
Oh, God.
Unless you are unless you forcefully extricated yourself from his invitation.
Oh, well, I think
Yeah,
Francis.
you could definitely excuse yourself if you want to, but he would be most put out.
Yeah, I think Francis's instinct is that he wants Mr. Chesterfield on their side, and so he's being fun and agreeable and asking questions about how to run a school.
Paloma is swept along in the current. It's not
I think
happy
as you're
about it, but
walking
is
through-
not going to push.
Some of the children, as you walk by, you can tell them like whispering and pointing as Paloma walks by.
Paloma teases them while Chesterfield is not looking.
Yeah, so it is the air is stifling. There's no breeze, and it is late spring, early summer, and it's just super close. The
Yeah.
there's
What if
a
we help these children
smoke and
escape?
soot. Where would they escape to?
No, we only know a few locations, and none of them are really child safe.
Opium den.
That's the safest one, really.
There's a lot of children like shoulder to shoulder on little sewing machines. I mean, full-size sewing machines. But they're anywhere from the age of like 6 to 14-ish. And it's they're all real grubby, real rough looking. There are men and women sort of watching them walking by, and you see
Yeah,
one sort of like smack one across the back of the head when they're too slow,
man.
chiding them.
Um,
And Chesterfield is like just painting this place in the most vivid, like, oh, the children at LIFO, they're taken care of 16 hours out of the 24 of the day. We keep a good eye on them. They are given fair wages and a good meal. Let me show you our inventory of the things they've produced for the city.
And I think, can I try an information move of like
Yeah.
asking Mr. Chesterfield if any child has left this wonderful
yeah.
place
Absolutely.
within the last, whenever the murders started?
Yeah.
Is Clara Bowes passing? Although I'd probably just
Yeah.
put Clara Bell, Clara Bowes, an actress.
And I think this would be with presence too, since he's still like he's still trying to charm you, and that's probably gonna be that.
Thrall
Okay.
without becoming a thrall.
Yeah.
On the road to a thraldom.
On the road. All the signs.
Okay, asking about. And then that's a +3. And I'm rolling 2d +3. That's a 10.
That's a 10. Amazing. Let's see. Limehouse.
We have just been feeling it. Except for Gareth that one time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you're asking him if any children have gone missing.
Yeah. Well, I'm framing it as if they've left, but
So are you asking like if they've been sent out to work or if they've disappeared?
disappeared is really what I'm going for, trying to phrase it delicately, but
yeah. He says, yeah, well, it's an uncertain world, isn't it? Children are such small things and they're so hard to keep track of, very fidgety.
Paloma is just kind of weeping.
while Francis is just like doing typical mirroring, just oh yeah, of course.
And he's like super fidgety. And you see, so there's so many of them, and they all look very similar to me. But we do keep strict records, and
of course,
there have been, a few have gone missing. Three, in fact.
Just a few. That's an excellent record you have there.
Well, in the last few weeks, I mean, we've had.
Sure. I'm just speaking to a man of your quality, being able to manage such an unmanageable population of children.
And there's always more children. I mean, to replace them, but it's strange that they. I don't imagine that they've run off, because where would they go, honestly?
Of course.
But they always seem to disappear in threes. They just don't show up the next day.
Like a coven.
Like a what?
Hmm?
Is that Latin?
That's Latin.
Yes.
Oh. What was it? What's it Latin for?
Oh, it's for I'm listening. Go on.
Yeah, they seem to disappear in sets of 3, apparently. Not often, and we keep strict track. So if 1 or 2 slipped away, we definitely would have noticed. But they don't seem to go off 1 at a time. Always in 3s. Always the young ones too. I guess they're not as sturdy. Maybe they've fallen ill. I don't know.
Anything's possible.
Yes.
Anything's possible.
So the clue is things in sets of 3 go missing, and specifically this is children.
No.
Paloma's having a really hard time.
How is Paloma reacting to this news?
All of this, it's like a combination of like, there's so many of them, and him not treating them like they're each special things, and Paloma missing her own child, and also the injustice of it, of just being like, how could I?
Yeah, I think he notices that and pulls out like a very nicely, like an overly nicely embroidered handkerchief and hands it to you. It's like, oh, don't worry, miss. I'm sure they're in heaven. It's fine.
Oh, I am afraid Dr. Safby seems a bit indisposed. We may have to cut short the rest of the tour at this point.
Oh, Coven, of course.
See to her nerves. Yes, yes.
You're a quick learner.
Of course. Well, you have my I'll be here every day, all day, and you know where to find me if you need me. And if anything comes up, I'll contact DI Pettigrew. Yes, or you, of course, if your card. Well, if there's anything else we can do to help, I'd be happy to. Otherwise, please feel free to wander around at your leisure. I won't keep you. I have so much to take care of. Business, you know.
Good day, sir.
Good day to you.
So, Jenny's.
Oh, Jenny's, I have a lot of things I need to numb out. Feelings, memories, and Francis, let us never have a business in which we exploit those that have less power than us.
Meanwhile, back at the brothel.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
you
back at
forget
the-
Gareth's whole first rule
he
of
did
action
let everyone go.
was making it sure only
Oh,
people were
that's
there
true.
who wanted to work there.
Proof
And
that
and then
And
it was
which is
one
why
wants
there's
to work.
nobody working there.
No one wants to work
And
anymore.
Francis
Gar-
does have the whole thrall thing going on. So
I'm determined that there are people somewhere in London who'd be like, yeah, I'd like to be a sex worker. If only there were a reputable brothel that treated workers right. Crow's nest. Get paid to have sex?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
it's probably getting on in the day, and we probably have time for one more daytime scene.
Gotta touch.
Um,
What do we not touched? Okay.
You finally got a Sally No Face clue.
We finally got a Sally No Face clue.
You've got
we did a vampire clue.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay.
We've
I
done
mean, I
nothing on Big Stick.
Definitely feel
We've got the
like
coven.
All right, and you got a Covens. Yeah. You haven't got a Figs Pigs clue.
Okay.
at
the
some
bakery.
point, like
Take your time.
Gareth definitely needs to have some infirmary, vulnerable conversations. He needs all kinds of
Yeah, we
things
gotta
to
get you
happen.
fixed up. You wanna
Oh,
come meet us
man.
at the opium den? We can help you out. I say we go to the opium den, look for clues about Figs Pigs.
I don't
Gareth,
think
if you'd
there's
like to
many
meet us
clues for
there,
that
we'll fix you
there.
So
We're
we
about to
need.
get high.
Well, what's the Venn diagram intersection of information about figs, pigs, and absinthe?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we do have the actual pie you received, which could have clues.
That is true.
It is now eaten in
Well,
Baragon.
we still have the remains, the pie
There's a
10.
10. Yeah.
Try to track down like where the tin was made in London, maybe something like that.
Ooh,
So
that's actually a good way to get information.
The places that were mentioned in the intro were the hospital, the mental hospital where the guy is, has been taken. They have an actual store that you can go to with several rooms in it. Oh my. Yes. So Figs Pigs is a store. From
I will
that you
spend
can
all of my
visit.
time in one room while Francis explores every room.
But first, we
Yay.
have to figure out A, how the hell I would know where you were, and B, somewhere
Oh,
there's a
no.
street urchin looking.
Maybe
for
we should go look for Gareth. I don't know.
you
Did
probably
we
would
go
run
back
into a
there?
street urchin. It's like, excuse me, aren't you the
Wait,
two
there's
Hargrave
somebody
House
bothering
people?
our. There's someone hanging out at our house. We should go figure out what this child wants.
Wait, do you have?
Gareth, did you tell them where you were going when the morning came, or did you just kind of wander off?
I wonder. I thought they were already gone. I mean, it's kind of
Okay.
one of those things we
Yeah.
never really
Yeah,
established, so it could be
Yeah,
anything.
we
Could you
can
use
say
Sean
whichever.
as
I mean, I would say if they were
We could
around,
use
I would.
Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
why did you send a child after us? We keep Sean. Sean is
I
for
was
last minute. We
I
don't
was
like to bother
distraught
him.
and in distress. I wasn't thinking straight, and I wanted to help a poor street urchin out with a few bob.
You boy, what day is it?
It's Sean the Crow Day.
I
Sean
needed
doesn't like to be
Sean. I
bothered.
needed Sean with me for emotional support.
Well, my emotional
Oh,
support.
I was
Sean's
like,
holding
don't
up
leave me,
Banksy.
Sean. Don't leave me with the faceless body.
Oh.
She's
Eating
still
an
got
eyeball.
eyes. Yeah.
Sean, do not pick Violet's body. Stop it.
Oh.
Violet is our friend. Leave her eyes intact. Got it.
Yeah, cool. So what's our last scene? Or so, bits of
Whoa,
scene.
stakes.
Wow.
And last line.
I was gonna do something silly. So let's not
We
do
can't
that.
find Gareth, and we're doing this stuff independently. I'm think. Can we get to the mental hospital? Is there time for that, or is it geographically improbable that we would be able?
It's probably on the other side of town. You could probably get there.
Could we get to the store? Because I wonder if Francis is still like upset about that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could be like,
I think going to the
give
store
us bad
would
pie.
be fun.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail from your stuff either, though. So feel free to.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry about me. The store sounds good to me.
Fix Pigs is it's probably closer to the east side, so I think you're able to get there more easily, but it'll be early evening and it'll probably get dark while you are there.
Okay. So last scene of the day.
Maybe they have
Yes.
opium.
No opium. Oh no.
Put people in their pies. They could have an adventurous pie.
I do feel like just for sake of kind of consolidating at this point, when Urchin Boy hadn't come back, I think I would have sent Sean out and been like, Scout, see if you can find Paloma
Yeah.
and Francis,
Yeah,
see where they are,
Yeah, I think he easily finds them, and,
and then he can
meet them
like
at the shop if you
lead
want
me to them or whatever.
Yeah.
Wherever he sees them wandering the streets of London.
Oh, cool.
to. So I think Francis and Paloma get to the shop first, and it is a storefront in it's not downtown, but it's close by, so it's not super fancy, but it's solidly middle class, and it's got a big glass front with the same pig that's stamped on the pies painted on the front window.
Oh.
And there's a front door with a glass door, very fancy because glass is, and I think if you want to go inside, it is not difficult to just like jimmy the lock and force your way in.
Okay.
It is dark. There's no one inside.
Yeah, I think Francis will go ahead and jimmy the lock and go in.
Nice. Inside, there's there's the front counter there where folks would be served. You can see there's stairs that two sets of stairs that will go up and down.
Both go into
and
utter
there-
darkness.
there's a kitchen in the back, and in the front there's a few tables and chairs for people to eat at. It's relatively clean. You can still smell like pork grease and burnt flour in the air, and in the front window, it was difficult to see from the outside because it was dark inside. But there's a cute plaster statue of a pig with a chef's hat on.
Okay.
So Gareth went inside first. So how do you know?
You mean
that this
Francis went inside first?
Sorry, yeah, Francis went inside first. How do you know that this was a popular pie shop when it was open? What do you see that tells you that?
Popular pie shop when it was open.
Yeah, how can you tell from looking at the front counter area? And Paloma can answer this too.
I think there's a there's a price board that indicates all the different kinds of like sausage and pies that they're selling, and almost everything has been marked through as out of stock.
Nice.
Like going to a barbecue place and they just pulled off everything in the house.
Paloma, what do you see?
And yeah, the only thing left is like awful pasty OFFAL. That's the only thing that they haven't sold absolutely all of.
Nice.
You say the question again?
What do you see in the front area here that tells you that this was a popular place when it was open?
Hmm. On the glass of the display case, there's a lot of like little handprints and
Mm,
smudges from people breathing and staring at it.
looking in.
Hmm.
Great. Cool. As you're kind of like, quietly nosing around, the front door opens.
Oh no.
And Gareth walks in.
Oh, okay.
Can
I'm just
Gareth?
expecting disaster every moment now.
Someone
I
taps you
creep
on
up
the
and tap him
shoulder.
on the shoulder? Yeah.
No tapping on shoulders anymore today.
Yeah, and he
Mother's
looks,
Awesome.
bad. Not only like just like he's been through something harrowing, but also like maybe it's just the early evening light, but you can swear he's kind of like fading in and out a little bit. It's just a weird trick of the light, probably.
This is so bad.
Yeah, anything you'd like to do?
Well, if we want to squeeze in, if we want to touch, I mean, metagaming, if we want to touch this mystery, I can't think of a clear way to use my vitality or presence usefully here. But story-wise, I think I'm immediately just like, Gareth, what happened to you, man? Like, and it's rare for Francis to say something so like,
Straightforward.
yeah, so uselessly blunt.
What didn't happen? Well, first off, Violet was a victim
Yeah.
of Sally No Face.
Oh.
Where did that Wurlitzer come from?
Sally who? Do we know a Sally No Face?
What? Huh? Yes, it's been a very bad day for me.
I'm like just going to work.
I just nothing has gone right today. Nothing. It's been very bad.
We met a policeman.
Yes, I hope your day has been more fruitful.
Oh yeah, we discovered that. That probably don't need to know all the things.
A bunch of clues.
The
Do you want?
inequality that this city is built upon was laid bare to our faces, and we had to trudge through it.
Do you want to poke around the front room a little bit?
So there's
I would
multiple
guess
rooms,
so,
right?
yeah.
Who would like to do that and how?
Let's stay in the one.
If there's a way to do this with reason.
Oh yeah, I could use some reason.
Oh yeah.
I guess, do they have recipe books? Maybe I could look for
Oh.
inconsistencies in the recipes.
Maybe. Yeah, go around behind the counter. Yeah, I love it. Cool.
I don't know
Investigation with
much
reason.
about recipes, but I do know chemistry,
And biology.
Yeah.
biology, and some of these are names of pieces. Which of these are anatomical names, and which of these are actually food? Sorry, what you were telling me to roll?
Investigation with reason.
Okay.
Reason.
I get a +3.
So much reason.
A 12.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Awesome.
Hot diggity
Mastermind clue.
Oh, this is clear.
Or was it natural 12? What are the rules? It's been so long. I don't remember how we get
I think
this.
it's just the 12 plus either way.
Okay.
So the recipes all look pretty straightforward. But under the counter where the register box would be, I guess, that where they keep some of the extra books there, and you pull out one of the books and something sort of clatters to the ground, It is a
Race white.
dog collar and a chain or leash. The collar is bigger than you would think for a very, very thick neck, big around. It was just stashed under the counter there.
I don't understand how real detectives do it, because we know these are clues when they pop out. But if this happened in real life, I'd be like, well, that's weird. Anyway, let's keep going.
There's also a like a calling card in one of the cookbooks that's been used as a bookmark for a pork pie. And
Don't touch that.
The calling card is it has a little note written on it, and it is the calling card is T. Brathwaite, and it says that they called while the proprietors were out. Mastermind clue.
Mastermind.
Now I've got her number. Time for a date.
I think we can like zoom in on that calling card and let that be the last shot, and pick up inside the butcher pastry shop at night.
But we were just about to get rid of the witches.
Yeah, let's quickly do a
just
ritual.
one more scene and we were gonna get rid of the witches, right?
That was. Well, we were going that way. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Cool. So I think that's that. That's that.
Under the counter is like this switch that says witch eradication.
Bam.
And
Oh no, Gareth, that includes you. Oh, it's not worth it.
Take one for the team. Come back as the American. Or...
God damn it, you're a ghost too. We have so many.
Oh, switch.
Ghost witch.
And I'm also gonna haunt everybody and try
God
to have
damn
sex
it.
with you.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Well, I
No,
mean,
that's not different.
yeah.
Cool. I think that's it for this episode. Let's do a quick round of stars and wishes. Start with Paloma or Nicole.
I really like that we went to new places. I noticed that my habits are to go to those same places. And I like that we tried touching all the threats. Even I feel like we did a good job of doing that, but also making it make narrative sense. And as always, I love that we chase story and not necessarily min-maxing, even though we did find quite a lot of clues.
We just call that using mechanics.
It also means it's a well-written game, but
yeah,
I don't wishes. No. I kept anytime I'm like, oh shit, I gotta roll with presents. It's like it still feels like very Paloma to like kind of lose your temper sometimes, and she's kind of distraught. So it worked out. I guess I don't really have any wishes. I'll let you know if any come up. I'm enjoying it, and I'm excited to see what night brings.
Let's go with Peter then.
Yeah. I do like that we gave a shot this time to going through all 4 mysteries. I think I did feel a little like not harried, but like that set part of my brain constantly running. Okay, how do we get the next thing? Which is not ideal, but I'm glad we tried this out, and I'm glad we were able to successfully like at least give a little attention to all of them. I loved using the wingman move again.
Yeah.
I want to get more objects so I can keep doing that. I worry that it's so weird. I love playing Francis as just a big happy golden retriever, but that's never gonna square with just the iniquities of the world he moves through or the horrors of the thralls that he has. But for now, I'm just kind of like, that'll come to the fore when it comes, I'm sure. But yeah, I loved all the NPCs that and I love meeting new NPCs too. That was
Yeah.
along with going to new places. I do love the thing about Francis eating human flesh before realizing what's gone on. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any others. I need to make more thralls. I need to scar my masterwork more, I think. And I think that's everything that comes to my mind. I did like for a Shape of Show having the split party this time and then coming back together at the end.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have sessions that all feel different from each other. I think that's it. Yeah.
And Heath.
It is. I don't quite know how to. Yeah, I agree with the whole. Like, it wasn't unenjoyable, but I agree with a bit of like harriedness to it. But it's kind of like, I'm torn because I feel like it's there no matter what. Like, this time it's there in a different way. Normally it's there in the way of like, oh well, whatever we don't touch is gonna get worse.
Yeah.
And this time it was just more like, okay, well, we gotta try to touch everything.
Like, is
So
it
it's
shape
like-
of story or is it variety? Like, maybe it's helpful to also have that. I don't know.
Yeah, so I feel like it's always there in different forms because, like,
Yeah.
if we try to get to everything, that's frenzy. But then if we don't, then we're like, oh shit, we didn't get to everything, and it's really worse. So that's.
I imagine I'll feel better in the future knowing that, like, because before I was like, oh, maybe if we try and touch everything, it's fine, and we just. And it's nice to know there's a trade-off. Sorry.
But no, but just as usual, it was also just fun. The things I always like of just seeing where the story goes and seeing where everyone's characters go and on the both good and bad front. Sometimes I feel like there's just so many possibilities that it's like tough to choose, because it's like, okay, well, do I try to pursue the brothel thing some more and keep that storyline going, or ignore that and go chase up some of the mysteries and go and there's just, we've got so many choices, which again is a good thing, but it's also can be like, oh, I don't know. There's like, I can think of like 10 different cool things I want to go do, and I don't know which of the 10 cool things I should go do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still overall enjoyable, and it's always enjoyable just like, and a good mental exercise of embracing the failures and stuff and going, it's not a conventional game. It's not like a conventional game where it's like, you winning is good, losing is bad.
Yeah.
It's just different outcomes and different story arcs and stuff, but it's not the same as like, in tennis, it's strictly about you want more points.
Yeah.
If you have less points, you're doing badly.
It's about story and tennis.
Yeah. Tennis is all about the story. So here, it's always a bit of a mental effort to like, oh yeah, it's fine to fail that role. It's fine.
Mhm.
It's fine that I put on 3 fucking masks tonight or whatever. It's like,
That was so
that's
good.
fine. That's not like a bad thing. Well, speaking of which, also, I've tried to remember the Mask of Beauty. Does that do anything else, or is that just the story
That
point?
was
thing?
just giving us some story about your characters.
Right,
And
cool.
it's a lot of these are kind of like Masks of the Past, where they're like, tell us about stuff that happened to your character before. So
But it
it's
doesn't
nice
have
to
any
know.
other like lasting effect on me or anything.
No. Yeah, I was curious what it was gonna be like when we got 3 threats and not 4 threats. It feels like a lot.
Oh.
It's definitely a lot to keep track of on this side as well. So
Well, we could make all of our lives easy.
I just facing all the threats. And yeah, I talked to Nicole during the break. I was like, I feel like I'm doing a bad job because there's something I like want to happen, but it relies on Heath doing something specific. And I don't want to like force him into it. And then as soon as we come back, you're like, I'm going to work. I'm like, yes. Okay. So I was going through the list of NPCs. I'm like, okay, like the Sally clock is 4 out of 6. So I think the NPC is getting their face cut off. Who should have? Oh no! Okay, like who do we care about? Oh yeah. But I love the way you like turned it around. Like even though you failed so many rolls, and now like cool, now double ghost business we're on. Like,
now we're both ghosts.
Yep. Okay,
now we can
great.
totally fuck.
Ghost
and then
fucking.
the like being insubstantial. That's a curious thing, and also having 3 conditions like just might auto mask before too long. So that's
I
gonna be
know.
fun.
We got to get you some help.
Yeah, we gotta take care of that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I love the business with Francis and Paloma like both being like 1000% themselves in like a new situation.
Oh yeah.
With the dude. That was really delightful.
Child Factory.
I was like I knew it was bad, but like as I'm saying stuff, I'm like, this is terrible. This is like worse than the face cutting off stuff because it's like actually it's
Yeah,
still
and this
happening.
is just what, and Paloma's like,
Yeah.
oh, I can help them escape, and then that would cause nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The system
Yeah.
will continue. The wheel cannot be broken.
And it was fun to work all the mechanics. We got all the bits of the game are like, even though there's a lot happening, it's kind of overwhelming. Like it feels like that's the intention of like the arc of the game. Like we're kind of cresting Act 2 right now, kind of, or like whatever it is. It's like a lot is happening, and this is the part where like they're fighting on the Death Star and they're having a space battle and someone's having a sword fight or whatever. Like it's like there's 4 things happening at once, and it's
Someone's trying to seduce the
unmanageable.
ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. So this Force Ghost, like how forceful are you?
Well, I think something you said as well just a minute ago when you said like when I think Nicole was like, oh, we're kind of maxing. You're like, no, you're just using the mechanics
Yeah.
of the game.
Yeah.
just
And I was like, I think that's an important thing to keep in mind because I do think the 3 of us are all very much like non-min maxers and about story. So like when we are using the game mechanics, some part of our brain
It
tells us,
feels
oh,
like
we're
cheating,
being min
yeah.
maxers. It's like,
So
no,
bad.
we're literally just using the mechanics for what they are there for, which is to give us ideas of
Yeah.
things to pursue. And it's
using
okay.
a reason roll is cheating.
Yeah, and I think it might be like in the direction of too much if like every single time you're like, okay, this time I'm gonna do it with reason this way, or this way I'm gonna use my present, like if you're like forcing everything to be your highest stat.
Yeah.
But it's just like
No,
naturally.
luckily, I have too much of a temper for that.
But it also makes sense to when you have an advantage to like try to lean into that whenever
Yeah.
you can. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of like sometimes you're not going to be able to. Like in my position when it's like rolling with composure, it's like that's just total. That's the situation I'm in. There's no way to sensitivity that.
Messy witch, yeah. Cool, yeah, and I don't know, what do I have any wishes? I'm curious to see how, because y'all are going to be in Figs Pigs territory tonight, I think, which is going to be fun. And yeah, this is definitely like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. It's going to be real weird. But I'm curious to see how the other stuff is going to get in there. I was looking through the unseen stuff. I think we've only had like 6 night phases, which seems like we've done a lot in 6 nights.
I don't think we could take any more nights. Oh yeah, I guess it's how many body parts I have.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think you got an extra one there because you had
Oh
did
yeah.
a.
The Fix Pigs is going to be interesting too, because I mean, I realize it could conceivably go any which way we take it.
Yeah.
But at least on its surface, it's interesting in that one of you, I can't remember if it was Nicole or Peter, said it's like, oh, interesting, because this one's like not so much supernatural. It's just like some crazy fucked up people, serial killers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's escalations that can happen too in a lot of these. So yeah, I'm curious to see like how everything is going to mix up. And I mean, you all touched all the plates, so no more no marks on those today.
Achievement unlocked.
Achievement unlocked when you get 5 threats when the monster comes in.
Oh gosh. Now
But
I
yeah.
want achievements on TTRPGs,
We could definitely make that happen.
badges and stuff.
Yeah, everybody loves badges.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Want to see what happens next. See more of everyone's stuff.
Oh man, I feel like the whole thing, like all the threats, feel like a very tenuous Jenga tower to me right now. Everything's just about to collapse, but we're just so.
And you're getting pretty close on the lurker, so it's
Yeah,
might be
that's-
almost vampire time.
And we only got like 2 more clues before we can at least evenly try to solve the coven, I think,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so I feel like you're in a good position. It's just
Yeah,
a lot
'cause
of
we've
stuff
got-
right now. Yeah,
We've got 4 and it's a complexity 6, so if we
Yeah.
wanted to roll even 2 more clues and we can try to find the final ritual step.
nice.
We gotta get rid of that coven.
Yeah.
You just
I'm
need
gonna
it.
go ahead and shut down the stream. Good night, everybody who's watching. Thank you for your comments in the chat.
My wishes for achievements.
Achievements, done. Good night, everybody. Except for us.